What? 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 What?
My time. You don't get to talk.
Lumber is at a 5-year-old
Reclaiming my time.
These were the free speech advocates.
Do not have unlimited money in the United States.
I did this.
Why?
Why can't you?
Why?
Why won't Tim come back? Was it something I said? Is it because I played Dulcim on Street Fighter? I know he's annoying. That's why he's fun. I didn't know that this would just split up. Tim's hanging out. He's having an off day. It's summertime. He's doing a summer day. It's fine. It's fine. And honestly, if Tim were to leave me, I would not be here weeping. I would be here plotting his demise. I am about vengeance, baby. All vengeance, all the time. I would not be sad for a moment. It would be pure payback season. What's that? You got John Wick's what? And his what? Oh, man. Oh. Hi, person impersonator. All right, let's go through the list here. Hello, my beautiful peoples. It'll be just me today. And Dexter, apparently. Dexter, what are you doing? There's no room for a cat. He's between that graffiti and the wall. There's like that much space. What are you doing? Are you half gerbil?
We do not have unlimited money in the United States.
Or in this house to be going to the vet because you got graffiti in your fur or something. Just stop. Just stop being bad. Just a bad cat. You know what I mean? Just doesn't behave. And he knows he's not behaving. He's totally cool with the fact that he's not behaving. Totally cool with it. He thinks it's hilarious. He'll do something bad and then run around the corner to try to get me to chase him. Like, he is a child. Like, you know, I can't deal with this guy. He's so immature. This most immature cat. He said the goddamn walls is right. He is in the walls. Dude, man, I'm talking about between the booby traps and the fucking the laying in wait at like on the banister. So you're just walking up and then just kind of gives like a it's a fucking dude. You 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to fucking pee because I'm old, and this motherfucker's trying to kill me. I'm like, why would you do that? Or he'll lay on the steps. It's like, brother, my reflexes are not good. You are tempting fate right now. Stop. Stop. I can't react very well anymore.
Guys, that shit just pisses me off, man. Okay.
It's not fair. I should be in my prime. I'm getting there, baby. I'm getting back. I've been eating protein, feeling stronger. Well, I don't really have a choice. I'm going to have to get stronger. That kid's getting heavy. He's 40 pounds. And she want to freaking hop, little bunny, hop, hop, hop 14 times in a row. Man, that's like 5 sets or something. I'm like, here, hold this handle. Get some extra. All right, let me get some. Oh, I took the music out. That was not thought out. That's okay. We'll be all right. Billy is here. PI is here. Lost Missionary is here. Miss Gina is here. Adams is here. Oh, Kay is here. I think I'll just do inflection. I think that's my bit for this. Chris C is here. Gotta smile with my eyes, you know what I mean? I gotta use less to achieve more. What? Grenfell Cladding Firm. Oh yeah. Arconic. Paid shareholders for the more in compensation. Yo, they are some dirtbags, Americans. So Grenfell Tower, and Chrissy, forgive me if I butcher it, but pretty much there was like some really like hood ass housing with this ridiculous fucking coating on it that they built with like these like shortcuts and shit. Shit was highly fucking flammable. The stairs were a fucking nightmare. Like it was all bad. And a whole bunch of people burnt up in this tenement building. And now they done paid the shareholders more than the That's crazy. You know what? I couldn't figure out what I was missing. Oh, and by the way, I started 30 seconds early. Didn't see that coming. Didn't have that on your bingo card. But yeah, I needed to get iced coffee. I was like, I cannot figure out why I can't start. I need iced coffee. It is my fuel. There's a cat hair on me. It's like in my laundry, dude. Even that poor little filter on there is always like, please don't wash any more blankets. I'm like, sorry, brother. They shed so much. That's what squats. I'll be doing this because you got hop, little bunny, hop, hop, up. And I'm like, all right, lock the core, hinge the hip, lock those elbows 90 degrees, and we move. I know I took it off because we had more sound clips we had to do. Yeah. Oh, we Shaza D is here. I think I like Binster. Brenna said Binster way back in the day because we were trying to think of a name for like the crew. And Binster made it up there, but it was like a little close to Spinster. And I'm like, are you saying that because like that's your idea? Or are you saying that because like you're a knitting cat lady? And she didn't, I don't think she had a strong rebuttal. So I was like, we got to hold off. But it's back. Binster is returned. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. The full story. Yes, good, good. I was going to ask about that. But Gina said it before me. You know, I was just about to. Yeah, check that link out. I'm probably not going to play something like that. I was like, it is like I heard about that probably 2 years ago. Like I had no idea. I had went my whole life, 37 years, and I had never heard of that. Yeah, Chris C, intrepid reporter on the street. You know, he's our field agent. Field reporter, man. I swear, dude. I'm gonna start dreaming about them jackets, them windbreakers, bro. I can't think of what color though. We need a rebrand anyway. Not that I don't like what we have. It's just I don't know that. I mean, it totally represented who was here in the beginning, but I don't know that it represents fully who's here now. So I gotta figure something out. Something will be figured out. Hopefully by somebody smarter than me. We need some people of intelligence on this mission. Fine. Where are we going? I don't know if the rest of you millennials were as big on Gym Class Heroes as I was, but Gym Class Heroes with Travie McCoy just dropped a song 19 minutes ago. That's crazy. Didn't have that on the bingo card. Okay. I got a full list. Most of this list is I'm going to move this one. There we go. Yes. So when I was on the round table, and by the way, shout out to One Angry Pagan and Reagan Elite for hosting me on the round table. That was a lot of fun. And Darren, of course. Loved going over there. If anybody can drop the link for them, but I'm sure you guys all know them. I'm sure everybody knows, but maybe the later watchers can get a hold of that, and for sure support all the fellows. And a lot of the stuff that they were kind of like, it's not funny, but it's kind of fun to do. It's so crazy over here that I can just describe normal shit and blow people's mind. Like going to the doctor or something like that. They're like, just the horror and but that doesn't make any sense. And it's like, I know. It's worse than it was before. Before it was, but it's like, but how will people live? And it's just like, I know. And they're like, why are these Americans so fucking crazy? It's like, because they could die at any moment because nobody cares about them. That's why. So, but one thing we can all agree on is we have some major weather fucking issues. Right? You guys haven't had rain in 2 months, and brother, I'm talking about we got so much fucking water right now. So much fucking water right now. Remember before I showed you guys like the drone shots of like that quarry looking thing, and it had and it was taking like the spill off and shit. That thing has been filled up 7 times. And then the other one, I think, was filled up 9 times. Oh, God, the cat's throwing up. Oh, God. Hold on. Be right back. Oh, gross. Be right back.
What? Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you? What? Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you? What? Why can't you? 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 Why can't you?
Oh, okay. Get a cat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Anyway. What we were talking about is how dry it was over there and how wet it was over here. The big hole in the ground that I showed you guys filled up all those many times. And Indiana has been, I mean, I told you guys before, like the problem with the Midwest in general is if you, I almost wish I could pull out a map. No, I'm not going to do it because it always fucking shows my location. But out in the West, you got the West Coast and then you got the Rockies, right? And then it is largely the Great Plains all the way until you hit Kentucky and you hit the Appalachians, the other mountain range. So in between there, you have the Great Lakes up north, and then there's just like a valley. Problem with the valley is it floods, or the high plains, sorry. The high plains floods a lot. So you have to really, really invest in your infrastructure. You have to invest in where that water is going to go. You need a fucking plan. Some people spent money on those things. Some people did not. And that is becoming very obvious which kinds of areas prioritized government spending on infrastructure and which people thought it was a better idea to just, what if we just don't tax anybody anything and then just don't fix anything? And then we'll just, you know, live with the consequences. Oh, yeah. DHS can start deporting residents of some African countries as judges rulings terminate their temporary protected status. And, you know, I hope that Republicans understand this will never, we will never get another ally from a foreign country again. Like they sent the Afghanis back. The Taliban is in its 5th year of its rule over Afghanistan, and they've almost completely snuffed out all of the rights of women. And you want to send people back there after they, knowing that they're coming back from America. Wonder what they could be coming back from America for. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you just put a giant target on their back. Unreal. Oh, not the rich ones, the Republican ones.
Today is the north side of Indianapolis. Water overtaking neighborhoods in Ravenswood. Fire crews actually using boats to help get people out. Our Ashton Hackman's been in Ravenswood all day. So, Ashton, have things changed since this morning?
They certainly have. When we started the morning, we were at the end.
What the higgity was that?
End of the street, all the way off in the distance. That is impassable now. And as you can see, many of these yards here in Ravenswood are now prime lakefront property. You have to go to the sky to see how bad this floodwaters are.
Hey, at least subscribe.
Before the sun came up, water was already rising through Ravenswood, turning streets into streams, lawns into lakes, and swallowing some.
I mean, come on, dude. What the hell are these people supposed to, like, do? Like, there is not enough pumps. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally have to carve a cavern through the middle of your town. You put flowers and shit around it, but you have to build this shit because it's too flat out here. The water has nowhere to go. There's no ocean for it to go. The ocean is 1,500 miles away. Like, and if you're downhill from the lake, like, what the hell are you supposed to do?
Cars. For Melanie Dean, the morning started with a warning.
I woke up and I thought, oh, everything's going to be okay. And then everything started saying, get your butt up and look at what's going on.
Then she knew she had to go.
It was up to the middle of my tires. And I knew at that point that I had.
Trump has posted an image of a map of the Strait of Hormuz labeled New U.S. territory. You'll need to invoke the 25th Amendment. Now, let's see, where did it go? Call the Congressional Switchboard, 202-224-3121. If you have a Republican or you live in a if you live in a Republican district and you have Republican representation, they are in the majority. They can invoke the 25th. They could have done it every single day that has passed was an opportunity they could have done it. They don't want to do it. I don't know what they're scared of. They're more afraid of Trump than they are of their voters, apparently. We'll see about that. We'll see who the bigger threat was. Trump's you know, I'm going to make fun of you on the internet versus all the people that Trump is hurting. It's a risky proposition. They want to keep them in there because they want to just keep filling their pockets. We'll see how far that goes. We'll see if this lady's voting Republican this time.
Had to get out.
For some neighbors, the water crept up to their homes.
It's surrounded our house. We don't think it's going to get in the house, but we were worried the electricity would be turned off and maybe lose the sump pump.
As the rain picked up, so did the response. Fire crews wading through knee-deep water, bringing in boats to get people out.
I mean, yeah, why don't they get some buckets out there and get this fucking water back into the ocean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't see them doing a fucking useful. Where are they at with some sandbags? You know, that's the one thing that pisses me off more than anything. So let's say I'm working at, oh, I got the wrong background. There we go. Let's say I'm working at like a restaurant and I'm the server. And I'm waiting the tables. If something spills or somebody falls or, you know, kids crying or something like that, you just kind of take care of stuff because you work there. These motherfuckers ain't doing shit most of the day. Go fill some sandbags up. You know what I'm saying? Take a break. Why don't you stop being a monster for fucking, 35 minutes and fucking, why don't you fucking bust them out there, put them in a Penske truck, put them in a U-Haul and take them down to Indiana and have them fill some fucking sandbags for these people. Do something useful with your goddamn time. You just gave them fucking got $900 million. Fucking go fill some sandbags. Do some work. Earn your keep. And deposit into your bank account so we can track you.
It's scary. Like, if you look at the river and how powerful it is when it's this flooded, I mean, you can get in trouble real fast.
Scary, but nothing new. Neighbors here are used to the floods. The White River surrounds them. When it rises, so does the risk of flooding. But this wasn't just another heavy rain or another flood.
It was right over my knees. And when I walked back 20 minutes later, it was almost to my waist. That's how fast it was coming up.
Melanie Dean has lived here for 41 years. This one, she says, is different. The water.
And see, this is like, and it's not, I wouldn't say like these people like live in like a flood prone area or something like that. It's just what happens when we start getting record level water. You know what I mean? Because it's going to start happening more and more frequently in areas that typically get, I mean, we get some rain here, but not in the summer. It's supposed to be, yellow, spiky cactus grass right now. You know what I'm saying? Except for like like a golf course or something like that. They'll water, but we don't even water our grass out here. Not like that. We don't care if it gets a little yellow. It hasn't happened. The grass is fucking thicker than, I mean, what's today? Tuesday? I guess they'll be here tomorrow. The grass is almost a foot tall. You know what I mean? Like, we have unbelievable plant growth right now in the middle of what should be the driest part of the year.
Water rising faster than she's ever seen it.
It has never been this high. It has never been this high in 41 years.
And now there's nothing left to do but wait.
That's all you can do. And pray that the Lord gives me the stamina to get myself through all this.
Waiting to see how much higher it gets and the damage it leaves behind.
Let me see if there was another shot. Oh, yeah, here's the river. Come on. Native Atheist, what's up? Dear Mother of God, what is happening? I dare not push anything because then I'll have a real meltdown. This is Tim's fault. Tim has done this somehow.
City are closed, including the one right behind me here off the Logan Street Bridge. And this is why. Of course, the White River. You are looking upstream, the pedestrian bridge off in the distance there. You can see the extremely high waters we are still dealing with here in Hamilton County. The good news is, like Ashton mentioned, there was a crest overnight that happened at a record level, 24.6 feet. So floodwaters.
How the hell did you see that? How are you watching at that precise moment? Because I know you ain't been watching the whole time. What the? How? I finally talk shit, and you're already here. It's not fair. Pout about it.
Here finally starting to recede just a little bit, but what you are seeing right now is still above the record flood level. Extremely high water. Just downstream today, it was a busy day for Carmel Fire. I want to show you a major water rescue. This was near the Plum Creek neighborhood. This is just north of 116th Street, west of Hazeldale, if you're familiar with this area. This neighborhood sits right along the west banks of the White River. I saw more first responders out there today than
The what river? What was it called?
I could count, with life jackets and rescue boats. There were ambulances on standby too, and neighbors.
I mean, we can't have a freaking water effect going across the street days after the rain. Like, this is too much water.
I talked to say they had never seen anything like this. Thankfully, Tim Griffin with Carmel Fire tells me despite the dozens of people and animals rescued right from their home, no one was hurt.
And I believe we've over 40 people probably at this point, 20.
Dear God. All right, hold on. Let's try this.
3 horses. There is a horse farm. Some things I never thought I'd see in my 22 years.
So this is Ghost. I rescued him from the Hamilton.
Oh, Ghost. Oh, poor Ghost. Lost in the flood. They saved him.
County Humane Society. And then Lucy is still in the house and they're looking for her.
This is our grandma's neighborhood. Yeah. But luckily she's over there. But it's crazy. It's just flooded.
Oh, it's amazing. I can't believe the amount of fire trucks, the rescue guys.
Just coming over here trying to check on my grandpa. Yesterday
Oh, this was I mean, look at this. Look at my man kayaking down the fucking street, brother.
That'll be coming for all of these Hoosiers that are affected during this weather emergency.
He got food or whatever in the plastic bin behind the kayak going down the road. And for the record, if I'm ever in this situation, you think I'm stopping for that stop sign? What, you gonna pull up in a jet ski and give me a ticket? Kiss my ass. Fucking lumpy pillows. I'm not doing it. I'm not stopping. You hear me?
Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. Put that in your book.
I'm blasting through all stop signs. If I got a kayak through the road, I'm not abiding by any traffic signals. I said it. And I mean it. I'm not doing it. You think I must lose all my momentum? Absolutely not.
We saw the emergency crews here, and of course, those heavy winds in northwest Indiana, the governor speaking about that, and the 4 counties that saw so much heavy rain feeding right into the White River, which is what we're dealing with now with the flooding like this. The governor says that there have been 5 weather-related deaths so far, and he gave credit to different agencies across the state for their all-hands-on-deck effort to help. And as flooding moves through the state, he says that there will be relief.
We'll see. You know, because it's fucking Mark Wayne Mullen. He's the secretary in charge of relief efforts for all of this flooding. Oh, we're not done. We got a lot more flooding to cover. What's going on with this window? No. Oh, it's that one. Damn, how did it get? It's already over a gig. All right, we might have some lag issues. Oh, God, that is piercing. Holy hell. Colorado, right? So the rain's been coming from Nebraska, Colorado, Nebraska, and just sweeping across the plains, right? And that's what's been mixing with the jet stream and blasting the Midwest. This is fucking hail. Hail. I have never seen this much hail. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Because it rains, it happens during a thunderstorm or whatever. So the water's like clumped it all. This is a fucking, are you kidding me? Bruh, he got the goddamn snowplow out in August. Oh, shit. The snowplow out in August. Oh, boy. There we go. Viper Scott in the fucking building. Where's my air horns? We got 10 gifted subs. So we got Lisa B.
Overspilt meek.
Foiled foliage.
Boring, Huey.
Africanized great blackness. I love it.
You have no decency. You have no honor.
Don't take it personally. Running Matt.
He's a real stiff.
Rachel M. Al Trucker.
You cry, you're making me cry. Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore. This
Muttley Von Eric.
Y'all just being numbnuts right now because you forget your own history.
The Hiddenite.
fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
Miss Non Sequitur.
Girls are fighting, aren't they?
And, I like this name. Tilting Windmill.
I've never had my flabbers so gasted.
May the Don Quixote inside of us all be brave in the face of adversity. And to dream. No, I'm not going to do it. Thank you, Viper Scott. And congratulations to all of you. This hour and the next will be brought to you commercial free. Thanks to the Viper Scott connection. So everybody right now, I demand it, say thank you, Viper Scott, and like the stream. Do it before, it's all over. All right, hopefully this isn't hissing. There we go. Come on, man. Hail like this? No, we need to stop drilling yesterday. Nope. Cap them all. Nope. We got to just shut it all down. We just got to figure it out from here. Nope. It's all gone. It's August. It's August. Oof. Oh boy. Oh no. I know there was a salmonella outbreak here. I didn't know you guys were getting those eggs too. I thought you guys didn't like our eggs. Oh, was somebody importing those eggs and not telling people they were American eggs? Jeez. It don't take much to fucking, tip over the apple cart. Oh, this is this is inside the freaking car. The lady's in the car. It's August. Oh God, and it's lightning in that bitch. Oh, the car is parked, by the way. She's not driving. Woo. Woo. That motherfucker is brave. Your cabbages are gone. And this is probably one of the best, like, I guess it kind of depends on like what you're watching on, whether you're on like your phone or a tablet, TV, or what kind of monitor you have. It's kind of hard to describe. Like when people say the sky turns green when there's like a tornado. Yes, no, but it's as close to green as you're gonna get. It's not grass green. They're gonna zoom out here. Come on. Go down, go down. I know it does eventually. Nose down, nose down. Clouds just smashing into each other. Oh, there we go. Man, they're really looking at the wrong part. Okay. Oh, it's right down there. So in this little corner on the bottom right there. So when the blue gets so shadowed, it kind of takes on this like weird tealy kind of greeny kind of color. And it is, you know, when you're in it, you know what I mean? Like it is very apparent that something weird with the atmosphere is going on. Ooh, 5 British pounds.
In the hell?
From Viper Scott. Question, Mikey, how much insurance for hail damage in U.S. cars? Oh, that's got to be through the roof. One of the fucking scammers that keeps calling me is because the guy who used to have my number or whatever owned a property and we had those hailstorms. So let's see. Hail claims U.S. Let's see. Ooh, State Farm. Give me that State Farm. It says here, hail is one of the most. Here I can show actually. Oops. Oops. There we go. It's on my skinny screen. There we go. Damn, Illinois is third. Damn, bro, I'm from Missouri. I just live in all the hail states. There's Indiana. Wow. So yeah, these are all the states that get the damn tornadoes. Hail is one of the most frequent and costly weather hazards in the U.S., costing more major damage to homes, vehicles, and properties. In 2025, State Farm reported at $5.6 billion in hail-related claims. If it's $5.6 billion last year, oh, they're cooked. That shit's got to be $30 billion. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is, I mean, they're talking about 650 hail events. Oh, on March 10th alone, across 9 states, including Texas. Yeah. Yeah, we were part of that. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Yeah, I didn't ever really thought about, like, Dexter, go. You're not getting any more food. You go relax, dude. You're already getting crazy. Because, I mean, hail, flood, fire. I mean, it's going to have to drive up the cost. You know, if there's going to be constant fucking tornadoes and fucking hail and, ugh. My car's not in the garage anymore. Ugh.
There's a new warning tonight.
Okay, so this is in Chicago now.
To reduce your water use in order to help prevent flooding as more rain hits the Chicago area.
Our region's second.
Okay, one more time, because this is a quarry being filled up with all the overflow. Tree. Oh, hell yeah. And I got something later. We should Chicago needs to be suing Governor Abbott as well.
There's a new warning tonight to reduce your water use in order to help prevent flooding as more rain hits the Chicago area.
Our region's second largest reservoir is nearly full from recent rains, leaving little room heading into another round of storms. WGN's Angelica Sanchez has the story for us. She's in southwest suburban Hodgkins.
Good evening to you both. Yes, for our viewers that are watching in western suburbs like Berwyn, Cicero, LaGrange, or Maywood, as well as those watching from parts of central Chicago, you are being asked to reduce your water usage during and after this rainfall, as it can ease the strain on the sewer system. Time-lapse video.
This is so cool.
Does show how quickly the McCook Reservoir filled up on July 27th following intense rain. The Southwest Suburban Reservoir serves 3.1 million people living in 37 communities.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you do not have these, you will flood, because all of that water was supposed to be in the neighborhood. All that water was supposed to be in the neighborhood. But they have connected a lot of these like mains and shit like that so that it can be rerouted to these places, because you have to do something. You cannot just be like, well, the next administration will have to do something about the flooding we keep at. No, this is yesterday, because these facilities are old, but they just had to start using them in like a more functional capacity over the last couple of years.
Numbers Thursday show it is at 94% full, while the bigger reservoir in Thornton, that's located in the south suburbs, their numbers show it's 69% full. In response, the Metropolitan Water Reclamation sent out another overflow action day alert, encouraging residents and business owners to reduce their water usage.
Because if you see
full, while
on the sorry, lady, when it fills up here. Wait for it. Okay, so it's raining. So rain's gone, right? But this is now, I mean, the direct clouds over the top of the freaking reservoir, those have moved on, right? They're raining somewhere else. That water is still going to make it down into here and keep it out of the neighborhoods. So even after the storm has passed over, it's still going to fill up another 30 feet. You know what I'm saying? With additional water that is seeping into the ground, into the drains, into that. That's the, and here comes the next round of storms. But you need tiered ways of slowing down the rain and putting it somewhere, because I mean, when this overflows, it can, I think there's one more on the other side of it, and then it all has to go somewhere. But you have to have some way of dealing with this.
Director of Maintenance and Operations said,
I wish I could, I think all of the freaking videos are like copyrighted, but that the water, the storm water system they have in Japan, it's insane.
It's been an unprecedented year for storms.
We've filled the reservoir 7 times this year,
and it takes time to pump it back down to get ready for that next storm. So what's in there right now is from the previous storm. So during a storm, we send out overflow action alerts, and we ask the public to delay things like doing laundry or running a dishwasher to reserve that space for storm.
Do your patriotic duty. Wear them dirty clothes. You hear me? Grab the underwear from Saturday. No, don't grab those. Oh, just throw those away, actually. Just don't even worry about washing them.
Water capacity.
A spokesperson says if the tunnel and reservoir plan, also known as TARP, reaches capacity, excess water can't flow into local rivers and canals through outfalls located along the waterways. Again, if you live in central parts of Chicago or those western suburbs we mentioned, you are being asked to reduce your water usage as this relentless rain continues. Live in Hodgkins tonight, Angelica Sanchez.
Crazy. We got more.
Well, it's been just an exhausting week for everyone across Northwest Indiana, but here in Dyer, people say they are fed up. They feel like they're not getting as much attention from NIPSCO and these efforts to restore power across the area. Today, the council president of Dyer telling us that still more than half of his homeowners don't have power tonight. Power lines and debris still scattered.
The in-laws, some of the in-laws are in Northwest Indiana, and I think they have power now, but they were out for like 2 or 3 days.
Across the village of Dyer tonight, one of many towns still dealing with the aftermath of Tuesday's storm.
We got lines on our house. We got lines on my grandfather's house, who's behind me, and we got lines in my backyard. Our dogs are there. They're not live, but it's not fun. I just want power eventually.
Frustration now boiling over for residents and elected officials as they say they're not getting much communication from NIPSCO.
We're not getting any communication from you guys. And that's really the crux of this entire thing, is that we have not only critical infrastructure in the town that is running on backup generators, over half the town is still 4, 5, 6 days after this historic storm still without power.
Dyer Council President
FEMA. Oh, FEMA. Can we get some of our fucking FEMA dollars? Can all the FEMA workers please step forward? FEMA. If only we had a bunch of able-bodied young men who apparently can do 100 push-ups in a minute or whatever the fuck it is, whatever lie that they said on their physical fitness. They're in great shape. If only we had some bodies to get out there and help. That's where the FEMA money went, to fucking ICE agents.
Robert Starkey sent a letter to NIPSCO today addressing these concerns, as he says all the other forms of communication he has tried has not led to much of a response.
The customer outage count was down into like 33, 34, 3,500, and now we're back up to 4,400, which means something popped off somewhere and we don't know what.
People in Munster also feeling that frustration as Fifth Ward.
God, that tree was enormous.
And we don't know what.
People in Munster also feeling that.
I mean, look at that thing. It's just snapped.
Frustration as Fifth Ward Councilman Jonathan Peterson says 2/3 of their town still has no power. Peterson came into Dyer today in hopes of collaborating to get answers from NIPSCO.
Yeah.
We're just not getting information. Look, we understand that this is a work in progress, but you got to communicate with the residents.
Yeah. And this is the issue. Because these guys have no fucking incentive to do the right thing. They could just sell the company if they wanted to and not have to deal with it. Let it be somebody else's problem. They have no incentive on doing the right thing.
So that there's some sense that progress is being made. We're not getting that right now.
NIPSCO says it has had its crews working around the clock while also getting help from qualified contractors and the Indiana National Guard. And the company responding to these concerns with it.
If only we had some extra hands. And they're making way more than the National Guard dudes are. Way more.
Statement late tonight saying in part, restoration is dictated by the severity and extent of the damage. In some areas, repairs to major transmission and distribution infrastructure must be completed before work can begin on smaller sections of the system serving individual neighborhoods. Every community matters to us, and restoration priorities are based on system needs, safety considerations, and the work required to restore service to the greatest number of customers as efficiently as possible. Now, we have heard in recent days that the hope is to have a good amount of power restored for all of Northwest Indiana by Tuesday, and hopefully
Now I cannot stop thinking about that.
100% of power by Friday. But in the meantime, everyone, the residents and the elected officials, asking for answers from NIPSCO. From Dyer, Mayor Kawash, ABC 7.
Not done yet.
And Daniel, we want to get quickly to Kit because we've got a motorcycle or something trying to get through high water. Kit, what?
Do not laugh. If you laugh, you go into hell.
What is going on in Anderson?
Oh my goodness, this is crazy. This all just unfolded in the last 30 seconds. This is 5th and Main Street, and this is a three-wheeler motorcycle. Everyone was waving at him, telling him, no, no. This is where the White River just crested at 8 a.m. this morning. The White River got over 25 feet and normally sits at 4 feet. So we don't even know how deep this water is, but we know it's deep and somehow he is making it through. This is actually crazy. We also have people standing to the side videoing him, telling him, man, what is going on? What are we doing here? Where are you trying to get? And as you can see, he made it about 90% of the way. Wow.
Here's an interview.
Are you okay, sir?
Physically, yes.
Physically,
Mentally,
yes.
I'm about ready to kill myself.
Oh, no, no. It's
Oh,
okay.
yes, yes. I have no transportation at all now. My trike's gone.
Yeah.
And there's not a thing I can do to replace any of it.
Did you not see the water there?
I wasn't.
You just weren't sure?
No, I didn't see it there.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't. We don't have to. We don't have to. Oh God, he's going on.
It's hard to see sometimes, you know, it comes up quick.
Yeah, I know.
How are you going to go get some help now from the National Guard?
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Kit, can you ask him about his home?
Right now, I don't. It wouldn't make a bit. It wouldn't make a bit of difference if I had $60 in my hand. I can't get the thing out of the water.
Yeah, I know they're going to help you here today, but people are wondering how your home is holding up. Any damage to your home?
No.
No. Okay. Just
Well,
your
not
trike.
that I know of, and right now I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, if the house fell, sunk in the water, I don't care.
Yeah. This is
Oh boy. Oh boy.
your main focus right now.
Yes. Because
Where
I gotta
was he
have
trying to go,
transportation.
Kit?
Where were you trying to go to this morning, sir?
I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot going on here. I understand that. A lot of flooding, a lot of bad weather these past few days.
I just wasn't thinking this morning. I mean, I didn't want to get into this mess.
Yeah.
And now I've got probably $90,000 worth of motorcycle down the tube.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a Honda Goldwing trike.
Yeah.
I can probably get it fixed.
So why'd you take it in the water? Don't take it in the water. You like it. Sounds like you like it.
But I need to get it out of there.
Yeah, it looked like a very nice bike there, but sir, can I give you a hug or something?
Oh,
before-
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You know I got the update.
Thank you. If you're just joining us this morning, you missed a water rescue that happened here live as the White River water levels are beyond record levels now in Madison County.
This is obviously in Anderson where evacuation orders are in place. Let's go to Fox 59's Kit Hanley. She is live for us at the scene here. And Kit, we noticed that there was another gentleman walked through that water after a firefighter told one person not to.
If I get it up the road, I'm going home.
Take a look here. Listen to that hum. There we go. We are joined with John, who you just saw last hour. Oh, the motorcycle rescue went well. John is on his way. How you feeling? Good. He said he's feeling good. You know, he actually tried to.
Now he can go back to caring about the house and family and pets and everybody else that he did not give a fuck about 10 minutes ago. Yo, I like how his bike flooded, right? You just let it drain. It'll be fine. It's a little ass engine. Bro was like, everything sucks. Fuck this place. Are you in the better mood? I got my bike. Get out of here, you damn cat. Where are you? I told you guys he's fucking with me. You hear him? I'm gonna be the bigger person today. Get your tail out of my coffee. I'm gonna be the bigger person today. But he is trolling me. I'm gonna tell your mama. Yeah, where you going?
The motorcycle rescue went well. John is on his way. How you feeling? Good. He said he's feeling good. You know, he actually tried to ride his bike across and he got.
What you mean? What you mean, baby girl? What the fuck you mean tried? Don't you see the bike across the motherfucker and moving? I think he accomplished his mission. The fuck you mean tried? The bike is across. Took him a little bit longer. He'll go a different way home, but he crossed. You can't take that from him. It's a cross, is it not? Look at them people on the other side of the motherfucking big ass river that's in the middle of the street. Them is over there. Him is over here. He crossed.
Got stuck, and then you saw the whole water rescue operation live. He's okay. He didn't know how deep it was. He didn't really know the situation here, and he says this is his only mode of transportation, so he was praying to God that it would be okay. But once again, like you mentioned, Daniel, a lot of people are trying to pass through here. Not a smart idea. Please do not try to do that, whether you're walking, whether you're riding a motorcycle. And we're going to zoom in a little bit more so you can see.
Yo, John crossed that shit. Yo, you see that big ass river right there? I know this guy, John. He crossed that motherfucker in a Honda Goldwing trike. You hear me? With the Bluetooth speakers in. Yo, if you've ever seen, I don't know if they have those in the UK, but they have, like, you see them around here a lot. And especially in like the summer when it's like nice out, good weather. Oh, definitely see some fucking grandpas riding their fucking loud ass trikes. Usually they're Harley trikes. I haven't seen a Honda trike. But they're fucking just all throughout the little downtown areas. Just fucking, you just trying to go out and, you know, oh, I gotta fucking mail something, and there's like, you know, some sort of weird car convention. There's like 7,000 geriatrics with like $300,000 collector cars. You know what I mean? It's just it's such a bizarre thing to do around here. But they love those little toys. Kay is 100% right. They love their little treasures. What are you doing, cat? Losing his mind. But yo, John, only guy I know. Bro, stop. He's literally got zoomies and he's like knocking shit over. Like, brother, you scared yourself? Well, stop. God, he's so crazy. But yeah, John crossed that shit. Yes, we do have Goldwings in the UK and also Hardison. No, I'm talking about the trikes, were the 3-wheelers. I haven't seen those over there. Serious question. Help. Who helped them recover the trike? If it was the fire department, the National Guard, there's a waste of resources. Yeah, but they were there. They probably just hooked them up to a winch and just winched it out and let it drain. What is he doing? Can you calm down, sir? He's like freaked out. He freaked himself out. He was knocking shit over and like, you know, like catapults. It makes it worse and worse. So he just kept repeatedly scaring himself. It's like, relax. You're the one chasing you. That's you making all the damn noise. Well, I would, but I like my wrists and forearms in the shape that they're currently in. I got lucky when we took them to the vet last time. Me and the wife did a good job.
There are other people who are kind of examining the situation here. The White River crested at 5th and Main Street. Deep waters here, fast waters here.
Hey, yo,
and
John,
I want to mention the
shit.
boy who had tried to cross just a little bit ago. I heard a little bit of a backstory on him. And there are certain situations where that might be the only way that they can get to where they're going. He had to take a P test for problem-solving court. It was drug.
What the fuck is she telling us right now? That is HIPAA as fuck. Stop telling, man. What? We're just gonna skip forward a little bit.
Transportation was walking across these waiting waters.
I'm talking about she giving out all this, man. But also, why are you telling her all your business? Don't tell her everything. She doesn't need to know that. Everybody shut up. What the fuck? Yeah, he had a DUI and now he's on court supervision. Shut up, lady. Damn, my job might be watching this. Fuck. Take your hands up. Right. I'm gonna get one of them beekeeper suits. I just have a full plate suit of armor. Come along, Dexter. Time to get in your kennel.
But once again, EMA County officials saying, please do not do that.
Madison County, don't tell this lady anything. She will narc your ass out to the whole internet.
Can be a very dangerous situation. But of course, we will continue to examine this. And
that's hilarious. Oh, these guys. So these guys got some really amazing drone footage. I think they have a very new channel. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Because I don't know their politics and I don't endorse everything they say or do, but give them a sub. This is some incredible drone shots. So Carmel is in Indiana as well. So there's up here, right? And they were seeing the water drop down. So they drove around and they saw that the river was going into the quarry. So just keep in mind, all of this water isn't making it into the neighborhood. Look at that. So that's with all that flooding we saw in Indiana before, minus this water. And it's really hard to get a scale here. But it gets in pretty good. Go from about right here. Ooh, that's loud. All right, zoom in, dude. Enhance. If only his sister would stop looking at him. Yeah, Scott Flowers photography. Great fucking shots. Getting that in there. Let me do this. I think I need to switch. Windows. Gotta switch them windows. Gotta switch Gotta switch. Gotta switch. Just take a second. Haha. Haha. Okay. Now the heavily clustered 1.8 gigabyte window is gone. So hopefully my lag is gone. Not so much. How about this one? Where are you at? 756. Okay. So we'll do like one more video and then I'll have to refresh this one too. Okay. All right. One more weather story.
Tonight, a stunning explosion in Oklahoma blamed on this relentless run of severe storms, with lightning striking massive tanks filled with natural gasoline, according to owners.
Not lightning. We might be cursed. Like, for real. Cursed.
Explorer pipeline. Drone video showing the jaw-dropping aftermath, balls of fire, and thick black smoke billowing into the air. It follows a harrowing stretch of severe weather coast to coast. From hail in Colorado to flooding in Ohio. In hard-hit Indiana, fast-moving floodwaters wiping out bridges, ripping apart roads, and swallowing entire neighborhoods.
What are these people supposed to do?
In Indianapolis. Firefighters fanning out in rafts, rescuing residents. State officials now saying more than 1,000 people were displaced from their homes and at least 7 killed, including 19-year-old Matthew Morey and 59-year-old Stephanie Sally, who authorities believe was swept away in her car. Today, as floods finally recede, people are pumping water out of their homes.
Talking about insurance claims.
And power washing filth off their property. For many, what's inside is worse. Kenny McCree is raising 3 of his grandkids here, their rooms soaked. Has the river...
All that's got to go. Everything. Pretty much down to the studs.
Ever flooded your house before?
No, ma'am.
He and his wife, Melissa, trashing everything the water touched.
It was disgusting. It really was.
The flood water in your house.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah, that's not rainwater. That's flood water. That's sewer water. There's mud, drowned animals, all that. Everything is in that water. You do not, you have to, anything that touches is put on the white suit. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty.
I don't know. Did it get wet?
David Redifer and Lucy O'Brien worry their renter's insurance won't cover what's lost, and no demand for government aid will be massive.
We're nervous. We don't know how long that's going to take.
Maggie Vespa joins us tonight.
I don't think Mark Wayne's paying.
Live from Indianapolis.
I mean, we don't have any money. Trump's give it like that. This is the problem with consistently having a stance where you don't want to tax anybody anything, and you don't think that we should have rainy day funds and extra and you know, be prepared for emergencies. That's a waste of money to be prepared. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with people who think like this. Like, you just don't give a shit if earthquakes and tornadoes and fires and floods and all, people are just on their own, and as long as your house is fine or you can get away and buy a new house, you don't give a shit. A lot of us can't just, you know, pack up and move to Florida and then pack up and move to Vegas and then pack up and move to, like, we don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in to just waste money on moving around the country. We are where we are.
Maggie, the damage from these floods is so widespread, it's hard to make out, but that was a road there behind you?
Yeah, Tom, exactly. I mean, floodwaters did this, ripped apart this road. Crews tonight racing to fix it in large part because over to the...
Yeah, because once that water gets up underneath there, I mean, it looks like they have just, you know, some dirt, some gravel, and then blacktop. Well, once that dirt is gone, that blacktop will just break off into sections and float down the river too.
Left, authorities tell us those are utility lines severed and sticking out of the water. It's causing
Probably snapped when the ground started moving away. They're not, long enough to take that flex.
outages in the area. Further proof that cleanup here
Yeah, who the hell's climbing in there to fucking fix those lines?
is a monumental task. Tom.
We thank you for watching.
Yeah, because all that water's got to be gone. Then you got to make the repair, rebury all that shit. It's going to be months. Shirley said Sturgeon should have lightning rods that direct lightning strikes away from the flammable content stored inside. Yes, we store our natural gas in big wood casks and big kegs out in the rain. God. Yet these will be the same communities that will have mostly voted for Trump and therefore voted for these reductions in important government agencies such as FEMA. Or are completely in support of putting someone like Mark Wayne Mullen in charge. I mean, that I know they think DHS is just like the ICE department. It's really not. And I mean, we didn't even have it before 9/11. I think most of that stuff showed up in 2002, 3, something, January 2003, something like that. But yeah, we didn't have. I mean, FEMA, I think, was part of agriculture or the interior, maybe. But FEMA has just like kind of taken like a lot of the Patriot Act stuff and a lot of other departments and just kind of like scooped them up and they just kind of put them all in DHS. But I mean, it's so moronic because Mark Wayne Mullen has no idea how to deal with disasters, but he's in charge of it. He's in charge of the FEMA payouts and he's playing fucking politics games with it. No, I think it's funnier that this stuff is in there. I think that's funny. Yeah, like, hold on. It's not far from the mark.
Crisis in Chicago may be long.
Yes. So, speaking of ICE and the Chicago migrant crisis, quote unquote, do you guys remember when Governor Abbott sent all those people up here? Lo and behold, people found a way, even in that moment, to rob the people.
But tonight, there are new allegations of how millions of taxpayer dollars were spent during their emergency response. Our investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy in studio tonight with some late details for us. Chuck.
Allison, when thousands of migrants started flooding Chicago from the southern U.S. border 4 years ago, the city scrambled for shelter space and contractors to handle the humanitarian crisis. In 2023, NBC Chicago investigations uncovered out-of-control spending by City Hall. That was the first shoe to drop when we found millions in taxpayer dollars going to contract relief workers in questionable paychecks. Tonight, the other shoe drops with a new state of Illinois Auditor General report that finds contract employees paid millions of dollars to do no actual work.
I think Tim would want me to do this. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
We do not have unlimited money in the United States.
More than 51,000 migrants camped on sidewalks, inside police stations, and the airports, anywhere families could find a corner of Chicago's space.
51,000 people.
When the city opened official shelters, this Kansas company, Favorite Healthcare Staffing, was hired to provide relief workers. Now, this new investigation from the Illinois Auditor General reports that the state paid $78.5 million to Favorite Healthcare Staffing for employees to sit on standby, not actually doing anything, for nearly 500,000 hours.
Stand down, cons. During the audit, IEMA OHS provided billing information from Favorite, which totaled $220 million. We conducted an analysis to summarize the total payments made to the standout time for the Favorite contract workers for the audit. We found Favorite's billing. Okay. And also, I just want to throw this in here. Illinois wasn't supposed to pay for any of this. Biden and the federal government said, we got it. Send us the bill. Brandon Johnson did several fucking press conferences saying, waiting on our federal partners, waiting on that DC connection, waiting for Washington to come through on what they said. And now then they stuck it on us. And then not only is all this stuck on us, but the motherfuckers were jacking up the price on us.
The state watchdog audit determined that Illinois' Emergency Management Agency paid the mammoth bill without questioning the charges or determining whether they were legit.
We're just burning money. We need to get on top of that as well.
In 2023, former Chicago Inspector General Joe Ferguson, commenting on similar questionable payments made to Favorite healthcare workers, found in paperwork obtained by our NBC5 Investigates team. Favorite invoices for a 4-week period covered 400 of their relief employees who billed the city for 84 hours of work each per week, with regular pay rates of $50 to $156 per hour, up to $234 an hour for overtime. Each security guard was billed at a rate of $312,000 per year, and one contract nurse was given the equivalent of $836,000 annual pay.
The fact that we've all been left in the dark.
For real, y'all. Why are we using outside fucking companies, man? Why would we trust somebody from another state to do the right shit here?
About the costs per hour for staff for these facilities, I think, is insane.
Following our investigation, some Chicago aldermen pushed back hard at the exorbitant wages and what they saw as a negligent and non-transparent payment process. Now, with this new state report raising additional questions about the cost of responding to an uninvited migrant crisis, the question is, will there be accountability for the alleged accounting misconduct? The Auditor General report tonight provides 10 recommendations to state officials, including keeping closer tabs on billable hour contracts and timesheets. The audit also urges Illinois Emergency Management and Homeland Security agencies to review contractor invoices before paying them. The Auditor General declining our interview request. We haven't heard back from Favorite Healthcare Staffing. They were acquired by a British firm a couple of years ago.
Well. If it isn't the old tea and crumpets. Well. The chickens come home to roost. And especially in a time where, and I feel like maybe this is just the human condition. In a time where people are trying their best and showing kind of the best parts of their higher angels, or whatever the phrase is, lesser demon, higher angels, whatever it is, and in the middle of that philanthropic vibe that the city had, where it was like, yo, you good, fuck them. And then there's people over here just like, and now we steal everything. Man, thieves gonna thieve, boy. Thieves gonna thieve. Oh, follow-up ICE story. I think Chris C brought it up earlier.
This is the new piece of equipment that ICE agents could soon be armed with: electric shock.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. What were they called? Shit, I just forgot. Oh, boy.
The migrant crisis in Chicago may be long over, but tonight there are new allegations of how millions of taxpayer dollars were spent during
healthcare staff.
Favorite healthcare staffing? Okay. Wait, I think I'm on the wrong one. What's the UK company? Oh, let me go to the end.
Gone out the door?
Staffing. They were acquired by a British firm a couple of years ago.
Acacium Group? Acacium Group? Wow, the Google reviews are crazy. Okay. Not finding anything immediately. Fuck the hell off. So this is one of the private. Oh, okay. It is the Acacium Group. Copy and paste. That's who acquired this place. Favorite healthcare staffing was acquired by Acacium Group. Yes.
This is the new piece of equipment that ICE agents could soon be armed with: electric shock gloves.
Are you kidding me?
Made by Compliant Technologies, touted and featured on their website. The Department of Homeland Security looking to spend as much as $20 million, according to proposal documents.
We do not have unlimited money in the United States.
You get one pair of gloves. 20 million my ass. No. Y'all can't even get a fucking body cam on. No. What are we supposed to trust y'all gonna keep them charged? No, you're gonna leave them on top of the hood. Little kids gonna be finding them, shocking their friends and shit. No. Y'all don't even know how to drive. These motherfuckers don't even have licenses. They can't even pass a drug test. Can't even pass a background check. Not even allowed around school, some of them.
Admitted. The device is called GLOVE, which stands for Generated Low Output Voltage Emitter, the company who makes them demonstrating their power on social media. The company says officers must press a switch to activate the gloves. According to the company, the gloves must directly touch a person's skin for the shock to work. In a statement to ABC News, the ACLU slamming the move, saying giving ICE agents, quote, a concealed means of delivering terrible pain is a recipe for more harm to the public and less accountability. The Trump
Yeah, these guys are medical professionals. They know if someone's heart can take a shock.
administration has faced criticism over the increasing force used in deportation efforts, resulting in at least 4 deaths, including in Minnesota with Renee Good and Alex Preddy, 2 American citizens, and 2 back-to-back fatal shootings last month in Texas and Maine, sparking outcry, prompting the administration to announce they'll equip every ICE agent in the field with body-worn cameras by the end of the month.
Where the cameras at? And don't just give them cameras. We need to be able to FOIA all those cameras. I need to be able to see what's going on in each one of them. And it needs to be in a database, easily searchable. But y'all couldn't even get the Epstein fucking list right. So I know you ain't gonna get this fucking body cam shit together.
What's most concerning to you?
Oh yeah. So this lady, it's primary day. Let me see. Primary day. Okay, so today is August 18th. So Alaska, I think there was only 3. Alaska and Wyoming. And that's it. Oh, and Florida. Yes, Alaska, Florida, and Wyoming. Today is your day. You are the lucky contestants, and you get to go vote in your primary. So make sure you have all your proper things you need for your individual states, and you go fucking do your patriotic duty. Salute that fucking ballot box. God damn it. Do it. Managed services, clinical solutions across UK partners and with the NHS and private sector. Oh God. But this lady is running in New Hampshire, and this is probably okay, I got it. This lady is a Republican, and she's trying to win this guy over. It's a little noisy. I'm going to turn on the closed captioning.
About the upcoming election.
I would say,
Again, I don't even know. It didn't even pop up. She's talking so soft. I think she said, what's the number one issue, or what issue is most important to you, or something like that.
What's most concerning to you
What's most concerning to you
about the upcoming election?
about the upcoming election?
I would say putting a check on the executive branch is extremely important.
Put a check on the other branch is extremely important.
Big check on it.
That's the only thing.
It's the only thing I care about at the moment.
It's the only thing I care about at the moment. Yeah, not only is her mic not on or something, or it's just not on this video, but you can't hear her. All you hear is the fucking coffee machine or something. Something's whirring in the background, and it's way louder than them. So it gets a little bit better here in a second. I want to crank it up, but I don't want to crank up that droning high pitch sound for you.
Putting a big on check on massive amounts of corruption that are happening.
So I am running on the Republican.
You're probably not going to get my vote in this area. So. Are you for him?
I do support his policies.
I'll go back. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Are you for him?
I
Are you for him?
his policies.
I support his policies. Why?
That could ever get me to fathom why you would support that. That's my question.
So I think
Can I do the bass boost? Voice boost.
that we have destabilized the world without weakness on the Wall Street.
We have, or he has, with his.
She's saying America had destabilized the whole world.
And this administration, bringing back manufacturing.
Is focused on the American worker. He said, you're mine.
We're so sorry, but you were out of your mind. That's what you think. I can't even talk to you in a straight face. That's how you think you sound straight. Good luck to you.
At least we can.
Absolutely.
That's the point. We need to be able to have that.
And most of the country can, absolutely. But you saying that we can have conversations will simultaneously support
Order up.
a man that would call me a loser and a scum because I don't support him is ridiculous. So
Let me run that back.
absolutely.
That's the point. We need to be able to have that.
And most of the country can, absolutely. But you saying that we can have conversations
But you saying we can have this conversation
will simultaneously support a man
while simultaneously supporting a man
that would call me a loser and a scum because I
that will call me a loser and a scum because I don't support him
don't support him
is ridiculous.
So I can't take you seriously.
I can't take you seriously.
We can have a conversation. I'm going to let you have your breakfast.
I'm gonna let you have your breakfast.
Okay. Thank you.
He said, I don't want to eat no more. I'm out of here. This is what all of these Republicans are going to run into. And that guy was very nice to her. I mean, Republicans are fighting to say the R word slur. You know what I'm saying? So when she comes up talking some bullshit about oh, well, I'm just here to support Trump and his mission. And when they have a burr up their ass about Trump, oh, these people are going to get lit up. And once they get lit up that very first time by a very upset Trump supporter, they're going to be done canvassing for the day. It's going to hurt their ground game. This is the political consequence of waging war against the American worker, against farmers, against nurses, against veterans, against cab drivers. Like, this is what happens when you go after them. You increase their costs, and then now they have an opportunity to punish your House member, your senator, whatever. Like, they can't get to Trump, right? Like, they can't do, they feel like they can't touch him. And whatever he does is just kind of like, it just kind of has to happen. They're not 100% on the process and all that. So they can't be mad at him. He's too far away. He's all the way in Washington. But you're at the diner with me. I'm mad about this. I'm mad about that. Like, and then I'm telling you, that's why they stopped doing the town halls. The only person, to his credit, that continues to do the town halls, despite the fact that they are an absolute train wreck every time.
I'm not salty grapes.
No, not her.
We do not have unlimited money in the United States.
Mike Flood is the only one going to that same, and me and Tim are ready. Every time he shows up to that auditorium, we are sitting there ready to scribe away to get timestamps. He does it every fucking time, and he gets eviscerated to the point where the fucking crowd is chanting, tax the rich. And he's like, you guys want to tax the rich? And they're like, yeah. It was legendary. And it's like, he almost got it. He got right up to the point, and they were like, we're going to vote you out if you don't do this. And he's kind of like, tax the rich? A masterclass in not getting it. So I think I need to make some banners. But I think we have like a real crime update. Or, hey, one of your banging, what up, what up, what up? Oh my goodness. Oof. I don't know why that's a thing now. With all these abandoned buildings and shit and shut down businesses. Those things are not safe. Oh, Professor Oak, you're right. All of them, but what if I'm rich one day? All of them are just temporarily embarrassed millionaires. It won't be long before the millions roll. And when I do get my millions, I don't want to be taxed. You see, I'm planning ahead. It's not like I could vote again after I started making money. I mean, that's the thing I never understand. People will vote for someone else's best interest instead of everyone's best interest. But it's like, you're not in that club. It's like, but I might be. Why don't you just help all the clubs? I could just do more for the club that I might get into. I don't know. Maybe it's like a Letterman jacket thing. You know, they just really want to be part of the cool kids club. Maybe like a fraternity of brothers. Oh, God damn it.
More than a dozen current and former Penn State students accused of doing more than studying in college. Attorney General Dave Sunday said,
what do you think they were doing, friendos? What do you think they were up to? These hard-working students. Hard-working students.
As they were trafficking cocaine across multiple states.
Oh! Well, I'm sure these must have been some Muslim, trans, black kids. Must have been those pesky illegals, I bet, pushing that cocaine through Penn State, home of the cats. It's a cat, right? Cougars, pumas, mountain lions, Florida Panthers. I don't know. Pick one.
13 have been arrested. Police searching for one more. CBS 21's Andrew Klein is in State College tonight with how this case got blown open.
It was dubbed Operation Drugs Unlimited. Today,
that is the worst operation name ever. That's worse than Epstein Fury.
Attorney General Dave Sunday announcing that students from Penn State brought cocaine to the school and sold it from frat houses.
That's how much the costs are. You have to know. There's no other way.
It's like this one here behind me, Sigma Chi.
Between 2023 and 2024, large amounts of cocaine, kilos, were brought from Philadelphia and New York to State College, where they were cut and packaged for sale primarily to Penn State students.
14 warrants out for the arrests of current and former Penn State students and one father of a former student. The charges surrounding what Attorney General Sunday called an upper-level trafficking organization in State College.
This was a coordinated and organized cocaine trafficking operation.
I mean, what can I say? Maybe if they were raised better, you know what I mean? Maybe if they didn't come from single-parent homes, you know. But what it looks like to me, now that they're in like an organized group, it looks like it's just like a cultural issue. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like maybe they're just like that. They just can't help themselves. That's what they just do. They just do it.
With regular trips to those source cities and large amounts of cocaine being brought back to these fraternities.
Don't make Charlie Murphy jokes right now.
Charging documents list Thomas Robinson as the ringleader.
Or Rick James.
From Delta Upsilon, with Robinson's father being arrested for his alleged attempt to conceal evidence using a safe. But Sunday pointed at Agostino Abatiello, the Sigma Chi and operations ringleader, as, quote, the largest dealer of cocaine for Penn State University students.
The evidence showed that
I mean, let's really get after the real dangerous criminals who are, remember, that southern border. That's where all the opioid crisis and all that. We really got to focus on, oh, never mind these motherfuckers running a whole ass frat trap house 100 miles away from the White House. Like, never mind that these motherfuckers have a whole ass trap house with these big historic ass trees and shit. Nope, we got to go after the brown people. Got to go after the brown people.
cocaine was primarily packaged at the fraternity houses and that packaging was done by.
If they taught more Jesus in college, this wouldn't be happening. See? Look at the sin. Look at the sin.
Primarily packaged at the fraternity houses and that packaging was done by fraternity brothers and oftentimes pledges.
So y'all got the 17 and 18-year-olds committing felonies with you. Threatening their academic careers. Their freedom, honestly. So you let these little boys set up a fraternity so they can push weight through the frat house / trap house. Okay.
In fact, we found a pattern of events that showed cutting and bagging cocaine was for some pledges and indoctrination into the Delta Upsilon and
Yeah, I got felony. I got you on video bagging up coke. So now you're compromised. Now you're in the frat. Like, is that what a frat is supposed to be? Because that's corny as fuck.
Sigma Chi fraternities.
The university responding to the charges in a statement it released on its website, denouncing the actions of the students and announcing a suspension of Delta Upsilon while the Student Affairs Department investigates. The school also saying that Sigma Chi...
What y'all got to investigate? Get some scales and weigh up how much drugs they had. Yeah, drugs in uni? Utterly unheard of.
is not recognized as an organization and operates outside of the university's support and oversight.
The packaging happened at off-campus.
Yo, the fact that the chat is turning this into a look, there is only one way to pay back that student loan. There's only one way. This fucking Breaking Bad, the bachelor's degree, like, damn. When the show came, that's how bad inflation is. When the show came out, it was just medical shit. He can't even get the degree now. You got to sell drugs just to get the degree. Shit.
Fraternity houses.
Stop.
And the actual drug dealing was largely from friend to friend, fraternity brother to fraternity brother, acquaintance to
be your own brothers.
Acquaintance, and at fraternity houses and or during parties or social engagements.
Sunday also issued a general warning.
Parents, I'm snitching. Look out for these little fringe ass fraternities. You're gonna have your son in there fucking bagging up coke. What the fuck?
Warning for future Penn State students and current students as well, that if you go down this path, you're going to have to face the repercussions because law enforcement is coming. In Center County, Andrew Klein, CBS 21 News.
Oh, it gets better.
All right, welcome back. I'm here with former U.S. Marshal Mike Regan, and we're taking a closer look at the Penn State University drug
I could tell he was a cop.
Drug trafficking investigation. We just told you about this earlier this hour. Andrew Klein there in State College. What stands out to you when you hear trafficking cocaine at Penn State University with kids involved, like a dozen kids?
Yeah, but I think kids using cocaine on college campuses is not all that unusual. That's been
Okay, so he's an experienced cop.
happening throughout the years. What strikes me is the volume of it. I mean, kilos and kilos, and traveling in interstate commerce, going to New York and picking up cocaine and bring it back.
I would Google how much a kilo of cocaine is worth right now, but I feel like that would put me on more lists than I'm already not on. So I'll just, maybe they'll say it.
Going to Philly and bringing it back. Using pledges, to do the dirty work of cutting it and packaging it. It sounds like it's actually, I think it's named in the indictment, a racketeer.
College students are 18 plus, right? I mean, they can be younger. Like depending on how like your birthday falls, you can be 17 when you start, but then you'll have a birthday right away or something. But yeah, 18 is you generally graduate at 18 and then start in the fall the next year. So yeah, but I mean, 18 is a kid. 18-year-olds they're probably pretty strong, but they're very stupid. They're not good. They're not good at discerning whether or not they should do things.
Corrupt organization.
Yeah.
Which is
very involved.
Yeah, very involved.
How do police find out about something like this initially with this large scale operation going on?
Well, look, I knew nothing about this case in particular,
Right.
but historically
Yeah.
speaking, someone gets caught with cocaine, police interrogate him. Where did you get it? And that may lead to him wearing a wire or doing a controlled buy. That the police just work it backwards. So from there, they just keep flipping people over. Look, in my
They're always flip.
experience as U.S. Marshal, I can tell you that there is always a cooperator or multiple.
18-year-olds are not kids. They are legally adults. No discussion needed.
cooperators. So as soon
Chris
as you
is
get
like,
caught,
no.
you're looking, oh my gosh, I'm in college.
You're
My
going.
future's in jeopardy. I'm going to go to
Chris ain't
jail.
playing.
They will cooperate, and they'll cooperate against their
He
friends.
said, fuck their
And this will happen.
undeveloped
It'll be like a
minds.
domino
They're
effect.
going to
And
jail,
I'm sure that's what
baby.
happened in this case.
What is the difference between, I know we have this large scale operation according to Attorney.
What? And they had multiple kilos at a time? Brother, they are fucking, what are they doing? Bro, just go to class, man. Just go to class. Just go to class, do your homework, like listen to your lecture, get your assignment, ask questions, you know, go to the fucking forum. You do not have time for this shit. You're supposed to be there for 4 years, get your degree so you can go to work. What the fuck are y'all doing bagging up? That is not why you're there. I said, yo, I might go to college for free. What a dream. Fuck Maseratis. These motherfuckers want, they want their bachelor's paid for. What planet is this? Jesus.
General Dave Sunday.
Yeah.
There are smaller operations too probably happening on campus, but what is the likelihood that this is happening at other campuses? Something like this huge ring.
Well, it's a big campus, 40,000 students. So if you look at that in comparison to Harrisburg City, is 50,000, right? Ooh. So it's a big operation. There's a lot of potential clients out there. So this was a fairly big ring. You know, I'm just curious. So using pledges to do the dirty work, like I said, I wonder if there's hazing or if they were forced or coerced. I'm sure there's a lot
Of course they were. No, these dudes just sold coke to fucking students, but they also, you know, like were really benevolent and really sweet and mentoring to their pledge. Of course they had the motherfuckers bagging that shit up. You think they said it with like a really nice, like
very serious conversations going on around the dinner table right now. About what was your role in this and why were you doing it?
Oh, would I turn my kid in? Oh, I don't know. I might. If he fucking sold, if that kid upstairs sold fucking drugs to another fucking kid, yeah, I'm putting him in jail. And I hate fucking the prison. I hate the prison system. But coke can really fuck up somebody's life. And I can't beat her ass, so.
I was thinking too, as a parent, like if I found out my child was involved in this, it would be shocking. And a lot of parents are sending their kids off to college, maybe for the first time, maybe they're seniors. What do you tell parents? Like, how are kids supposed to prepare for if you enter into a conversation like this? If somebody offers.
No, my kid's getting a GoPro. She's got to wear a GoPro 24/7. Except for the bathroom. Don't be weird.
You cocaine, like any advice for parents as their kids go off?
I just think be honest with them. I think, you know, sometimes we tend to guard our kids and they don't know. They're kind of, we talked a little bit about this, you know, live in a bubble and they're.
Oh, my kid's going to be watching this show.
Kind of sheep's being let off to slaughter. You need to be honest and frank with them. And I think a story like this is a good one for you to share with them and say, look, this is what happens. This is what's going on. You cannot get involved in something like that. Yeah. I think that's really important just to be honest because they're going out to be on their own. They're adults now, right? You got to be honest with them.
I know I say kids, but we are talking about, you know, 18 to 20 somethings. And then of course there was a dad involved in this operation as well.
Oh yeah. Papa Bear needs to go. Oh, now the cat's up. All right. He wants to mess with the baby. Good luck.
Happened, according to the affidavit, between 2023 and 2024, I believe. Yeah. So it's been a few years now.
Chris is here's a question. What's the likelihood that if the individual involved were of a non-white background or a low-income white background, that they would have been denied bail? They said they're still looking for some of them. We didn't get the marshals and go get them. Y'all didn't use your goddamn flock cameras to find out exactly where they, you know what I mean? Like they let them boys go. They let them go run around and do whatever. They let all this shit happen.
Wow. Why does it take so long? Why are we just now hearing about this in 2026?
Well, I think there was a grand jury.
Yep, there
grand
was,
juries
yep.
run for 18 months, right?
Okay.
So it can take some time to make the case. And they want to make a solid case, an airtight case. So they take their time methodically doing it. Gets to a point where they know.
They probably sent in 15, 20 motherfuckers in there to buy fucking coke from them. They got all that shit on video. On video with audio, them saying their name, them saying that they go to the school. They got all that shit. These boys are going.
They have them.
Honestly, this is a RICO case, if you ask me. Like, this is, I don't know if that's what they're pursuing, but racketeering. Oh, shit. What's RICO stand for? Shit, I forgot. What does RICO stand? I know. Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act. It was passed in 1970 to target and dismantle organized crime syndicates. That's what this is, like the mafia and stuff like this, and cartels. So, like, they have a business. They were selling things, and they had accomplices. So, RICO. RICO them boys.
But they want to make sure it's a really, really cut and dried case before it potentially goes to trial.
Is there anything with, when you're dealing with students like this, any chance that there could have been a student undercover, or would police use, somebody who...
It says here, modern use of the law, severe penalties, convictions can carry heavy fines and up to 20 years in prison per count. Plus, the government can seize the assets and property tied to the criminal enterprise. Yeah, RICO. Because it's about 20 of the little asses. RICO.
Isn't in their agency, but maybe they could have dealt with someone, and you were saying they would get them to wear a camera or something like that. Does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, controlled buys are very common. Like, okay, you bought it from this guy, go buy another one. We're going to watch you. They frisk you, make sure you have nothing on you. They frisk you when you come back. So
Right.
They know that it was an actual buy that went down.
Getting someone
That's law
to agree.
enforcement like happening all.
So so it may not be called RICO or whatever, but there's nothing for like organized crime, or does it just you did the crime of extortion, and then this guy did coercion, and this guy did assault, and this guy did, you know what I mean? Do they just go through each one? So if everybody's part of the same group, they all get it together, and they can get their individual charges. But you can get them in the courtroom in the first place because they're all associated together. That's the RICO slant.
All over the world every day of the week, and I'm sure that's what happened here. It's just, I mean, I've no knowledge, but I'm sure
from your prior experience.
Yeah, I mean, from my prior experience. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
From his prior experience buying drugs from them.
We're going to start yet again with the flock.
But yeah, speaking of flock, okay. Conspiracy. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, racketeer influenced and corrupt organizations. I mean, it's more or less for that. Pattern of crime. A defendant must commit at least 2 predicate crimes chosen from a list of 35 federal or state offenses like fraud, extortion, bribery, or drug trafficking within a 10-year period. Yeah, they're cooked. They're cooked.
Fallout.
Oh, and these fucking cameras, man.
Several Minnesota cities, as we've told you, have been pausing or just parting ways with flock cameras all throughout the summer after a lot of public concern about privacy and a few cases where surveillance alerts put innocent people at risk. One city involved a high-profile example.
And I'm going to keep showing this shit because it is every goddamn city council meeting that I find about flock cameras. All the people say, get rid of them. And then the fucking council says, okay, you're right. We should get rid of them. We're not getting rid of them. Like, they just don't listen. And if that's how people fucking feel, then you get rid of their ass. You get rid of them. You vote them the fuck out. Put somebody else, even if it has to be that fucking HOA lady who's kind of annoying and her voice is really like scraping against the sides of your
I'm not
eardrums.
salty grapes.
Something like that. Put her in for now until you find somebody else. But you have to remove these people who are willing to sell the city downriver for fucking cash. I showed you guys the Louis Rossman video where the guy fucking jumped state. He sold his house and left. He fucking gave up that park for a data center, took the fucking job at the company selling the refrigerant to the place, and left. He quit as mayor.
Of that risk that we first showed you. And that city has since been pretty quiet. Here's Kent.
Yeah, when Flock's CEO announced changes to its privacy and accountability efforts late last week, it seemed to call out a case we covered in Plymouth last month. But the city still won't do an interview about that stop, and it's unclear if it has or will change anything.
Hello, sir. Can you come out to me, please?
Joel Fetter.
Is it just you and the wife?
And his wife.
Clearly a car thief.
Found themselves surrounded by Plymouth police in a Kohl's parking lot back in June when the car he was test driving for his job as an automotive journalist was flagged by Flock.
The reason you have 4 cops here is because your license plate is registered as stolen license plates in our system.
Are you serious? 15 years doing this. And see, very important what that cop said. Your license plate has been flagged stolen in our system. That's not true, is it? It's not his system. It's Flock's system. So why are the police, who are the fingers and palm of the judges, why are they using outside information that is apparently not verified?
Job, I've never had this. This is insane.
He later learned that the cameras flagged his car because of a human data entry error in California that left out 2 critical license plate numbers that could have prevented the stop entirely.
3410 DTM was my plate, but what got flagged was 34 DTM.
There's no question the LA Sheriff's Department in my situation screwed up. There's no question that the Plymouth Police Department screwed up, but Flock didn't help the situation.
Hit on our license plate readers the other day too, so.
Are you serious? Cameras that read my license plate now twice in the last couple of days, and it picked up and flagged it for the cops. You guys been searching for this car. Unreal.
Joel's story was among several this summer that led to louder and louder calls for Flock to put more guardrails into place.
Today, I'm here to announce a handful of changes at Flock that come from that.
You see me just get assaulted? He like wants to play. He's headbutting the dog. Like dog's like, dude, I'm napping, brother. The show is going. I had to shave. Had to save my clavicle. He's about to tear me up. Don't you get on that counter. Get down. Why are you being bad? Just be good. Have you tried that? Whatever.
Plate readers the other day too, so.
Are you serious? Cameras that read my license plate now twice in the last couple of days, and it picked up and flagged it for the cops. You guys been searching for this car. Unreal.
Joel's story was among several this summer that led to louder and louder calls for Flock to put more guardrails into place.
Today, I'm here to announce a handful of changes at Flock that come from that list.
That guy does not give a shit about our fucking privacy, about our rights, about anything. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Not important to him.
Last week, CEO Garrett Langley announced that the default for saving images will be cut from 30 days down to 7. And
little late now that you've got your Epstein class fucking hard drives filled the fuck up, staring at fucking little girls' fucking gymnastics rooms and ballet halls and all that. They've been staring at kids for fucking over a year. And now they're like, okay, now we're going to stop saving everything. Yeah, bullshit you are. Bullshit.
combat misuse, by the end of the year, they will require case numbers for each law enforcement search.
I was thrilled to see change and a response that wasn't simply, that stinks.
In the news release, Joel also noticed what appeared to be a reference to him. A recent story described a wrongful traffic stop involving an auto journalist. The central point is simple. An alert is a lead, not a conclusion, which should be confirmed by an officer.
I didn't like there was no responsibility taken in their system and it was 100% put on the onus of the police.
He says he's also concerned by what he hasn't seen from Plymouth. The city's Flock portal still lists a 30-day data.
It's almost like he just said shit on the internet and everyone just believed it to be true. Wow.
Retention period for its 18 cameras.
Surveillance is not security, nor public safety.
And despite public concerns being raised about the city's contract,
they don't give a shit. They do not care that people are saying, get this shit out of here.
Back in July, the city also continues to decline interviews, telling us in a statement today, we are reviewing the changes by Flock and assessing their impacts on our department's existing operations. The city is not currently set to make any changes to its automatic license plate reader contract.
There was no ownership in that. This could have been avoided. This wasn't necessary. Zero ownership. That frustrated.
And typically when cops are pulling over suspected stolen vehicles, it's a high-risk arrest or a high-risk traffic stop. So they're going to do the whole over the bullhorn, driver, put your hands out the car, da-da-da-da. Like, and then so every time that happens, it needs to go perfectly smoothly or someone's going to get hurt. So when they say, oh, well, I had to do a high-risk stop on that SUV because Flock told me it was stolen, and then the guy just twitched, and then that it's not my fault. Flock is the one that told. They are inviting additional high stakes. It's like swatting. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't keep swatting random vehicles on the road because your fucking computer is stupid. Like if your database sucks and it constantly gets shit wrong, or what they say, it was like they have like a 98.9% accuracy rate. They have 20 billion scans a day or a month or whatever they said. That's 100. So like that's a lot of fucking mistakes. You know what I mean? Just because of the pure volume of the number, you can't have over 1.5% error rate. It's got to be less than that. And if you can't manage that, then maybe you got to shut this shit down until you do. Because it's unreasonable for us to just drive around in our cars waiting to get pulled over for some shit that does that has nothing to do with us. It's a fucking Flock mistake. Oh, with the 10 gifted. Let me grab my buttons. Oh God, my voice. I hate it. My mic sounds like shit. Ugh. I gotta figure that out. Okay. I got some buttons.
I'm not salty grapes.
Yes, you are. MZ. Regios.
Lumpy pillows kiss my ass. Put that in your
Hi,
book.
Regios. Ruthless. Uncle Sam.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Cat. Hello,
we do
Cat.
not have unlimited money in the United States.
The Humanity Live.
Why?
I lost some song. JC.
Stupido.
Dr. Osiris.
Jim Crow.
Ernie Burns.
Are revved up.
Zant 42.
Defending Cankles, McTaco tits, and owning the libs. That's thirst.
Instant mash.
Shame.
The one instant mash I do love. Welcome all of you Binsiders. This hour brought to you commercial free thanks to our patron Scott, Viper Scott. Everyone say thank you, Viper Scott, in the chat. Reno or else.
I've never had my flabbers so gasted.
Or else I'm waking this dog up from his nap early. And then I'm not going to tell him he's a good boy. I'll do it. I'm going to take his treat and give it to the cat. He gets mad, dude. He gets mad. Little. He'll put the fang out on me if he gets mad. Where's my stuff?
Me. Because, like,
why are you being unfair to me? Poor little dog. Nobody on his side. Thank you, Viper Scott.
Any changes to its automatic license plate reader contract.
There was no ownership in that this could have been avoided. This wasn't necessary. Zero ownership. That frustrated me because like the plate was the plate. The plate was 3410 DTM. That's on the cops, period.
Now, during that Plymouth council meeting last month, Police Chief Eric Fadden said he would put together a report on Joel's incident and the flock contract. I asked about it today, and I was told that it was sent to the city council.
They didn't have no flock cameras at Penn University? Oh, they didn't have them. Okay. It's different. Okay.
Last month, but that there has been no further discussion and no discussion is scheduled. Jana.
And this isn't really to pick on Plymouth. It's just that we've noticed and reported many other cities in the state have just decided to put a pin in flock for right now. It's interesting that this high profile case happened in Plymouth and they're not being as forthcoming. But I want to ask about something in your story, Kent, that
backup Rachel Maddow is not pleased.
30-day hold of information. A lot of places just use a week. Why is it still 30 days in Plymouth?
Well, according to Flock, they changed that default from 30 down to just 7 days. But those that have existing contracts, they're leaving that in place. So it's really.
Oops. Wish I could fix it, but we already have a contract for 30 days. Oops.
On the city to make these changes, which is, again, why we had questions for Plymouth about what.
Which means now me, Flock, and the city have to have a brand new contract, and I'm going to change all the rates, or you could leave it the same and then just deal with the people when they scream at you. I'm telling you, these people aren't going to do fucking anything. They got these city councils they got them by the NDA. That's how they got them.
What they plan to do, and we're just getting statements.
And everybody needs to replace those people who signed those NDAs. They can take that money and get the fuck out of town.
All right. Well, the invitation to Plymouth remains open if they get back to us with more pertinent information.
Okay. This story is a bit shocking. There is a few deaths involved, so don't laugh. Don't try to be funny.
New surveillance video shows an SUV driving recklessly, swerving around one car, almost hitting another. Prosecutors say Stephen Schwally blew through 4 stop signs and 5 crosswalks in the shopping center.
I mean, this guy is fucking cooking through here.
Narrowly missing this mother and daughter crossing the street.
I mean, he's within a foot.
Narrowly missing this mother and daughter.
I mean, come on.
Crossing the street.
And then he ran that red light. He went airborne through Grand Avenue prior to crashing directly into the salon.
Prosecutors say Schwally's 5,000-pound Chevy Traverse turned into a weapon at that point. The car's event data recorder showed he was going 78 miles per
78 fucking miles an hour
when he plowed into.
I mean, he's completely airborne.
Prosecutors say Schwally's 5,000-pound Chevy Traverse turned into a weapon at that point. The car's event data recorder showed he was going 78 miles per hour.
I mean, look at this. 5,000 pounds, 18 inches in the air.
When he plowed into the storefront, the gas pedal nearly floored.
Witnesses detected an odor of alcohol on his breath. He had slurred speech. He had bloodshot eyes. In addition, they found alcohol in the vehicle itself.
His blood alcohol content, 0.17, twice the legal limit. Killed in.
Did it have the time on here? No.
Found alcohol in the vehicle itself.
His blood alcohol content, 0.17, twice the legal limit. Killed instantly the nail salon owner, Ken Chen, 2 of his employees, and NYPD officer Amelia Renhack, who was getting a manicure.
We lost a family member. Amelia was loved by the police officers from the 102 precinct. Her husband lost his best friend.
Several others suffered serious injury. One victim came to court in a wheelchair. Another 12-year-old girl with a fractured ankle on crutches. Joy Chen, the wife of Ken, also suffered serious injuries. Prosecutors shared video of Schwally purchasing 2 bottles of alcohol from the liquor store next to the nail salon around 11 a.m. that day. Hours later, he crashed his car. Prosecutors say he never once asked if the others were okay and told police, quote, "I haven't broken any laws."
If this motherfucker has any sort of fucking family members or something like that, and they knew he gets like this, I don't know if his wife just died. It doesn't fucking matter. Lost a kid. Doesn't fucking matter. Lost his job. Doesn't fucking matter. I'm not sure what the disconnect from Americans to the society that they live in. But motherfucker, if you're feeling suicidal, you do that shit on your own. You know what I mean? You take your depression, you take your problems, and you put it away from others. But to just not give a single fuck about anyone at all. Because, I mean, don't forget about the people in the fucking crosswalk that he blasted past.
Recklessly, swerving around one car, almost
So there's one accident, 2
hitting
accidents.
another. Prosecutors say Stephen Schwally
That lady's in danger.
blew through 4 stop signs and 5 crosswalks in the
There's 5 people right here.
shopping center, narrowly
He's on the wrong side of the road, going around people.
missing this mother and
I mean, look at the gap he just fucking made. Doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. Doesn't matter about anyone else. And if you know that guy, and you know he gets like that, and he's a day drinker, or he's going through whatever, fucking intervene. It is not society's fucking it is not all of our fucking issue. Your fucked up family member is not all of our problem. It is your fucking problem. Deal with your fucking family members that are problematic and stop just setting them loose on the rest of us. This didn't used to happen. Everyone talk about the collapse of the nuclear, whatever. All of my LGBTQ plus peoples, all of their family units, all of my progressive peoples and their family units are peaceful. They are chill. They hold each other accountable and they love each other and support each other. Other side of the fence, it is backbiting and fighting and neglect and grift. It's disgusting. How do you let this motherfucker just roam around town like this as your family member? This motherfucker probably ain't even ate in 2 days, and he's out here buying liquor.
to the nail salon around 11 a.m. that day. Hours later, he crashed his car. Prosecutors say he never once asked if the others were okay and told police, quote, "I haven't broken any laws."
This was a conscious choice by this defendant to both drive while intoxicated and then operate that motor vehicle with depraved indifference to human life.
Schwally appeared in court.
Depraved indifference is fucking correct. You know what I mean? Because if that's what we're doing, where we're just getting blasted and just driving down the road, all those people, raise your hand. There they are, grab them. You know, shit. If that's the motherfucking the modus operandi around here, raise your hands, grab them.
Today in a wheelchair, and he pleaded not guilty. Meanwhile, the judge ordered him held in Deer Park. Paisy Cheng, News 4, New York.
And it's like, and you don't want to do like the not all boomer shit, but it's like, bro, if your grandpa is tripping on a daily basis, you and the cousins got to straighten him out. Because if he's not, day drinking and running into a nail salon, killing people, he'll be having some sort of flame out going viral for screaming at the fucking 7-Eleven after he ran into somebody and then dropped 38 N-words in one sitting. Because you do not want the rest of society to straighten out your fucking family member. Because if you ain't got no home training, you will learn. The lessons of fuck around and find out are sometimes unforgivable. Or well, yeah. You will never not know that lesson again. I won't show them on the screen, but there's been a lot of old white dudes getting their asses knocked the fuck out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what email or what meme is going through where people are just feeling very, very sure of themselves. But I mean, these are like 60-year-old men just swinging on people and then subsequently getting their asses dusted. But it's like, who told you that like, on what planet did you think that was going to work out? I don't know if they've given up, but get it together.
It made me uncomfortable because it felt political before I even had the conversation. It was okay. I guess this.
Oh, former FBI chief.
This is how it goes. I don't know. I don't do politics. He says you're being vetted. He asked me who I voted for. I told him that it's, you have my resume in front of you. Correct? And he said, yeah. So I'm currently a special agent with the FBI. It's illegal for me to talk about that with you. And there's only one person that knows who I voted for, and you're not her. He's like, okay, got it. One of the other questions was how I felt about DEI.
All the important stuff for vetting an FBI agent.
And I told him that, listen, I believe in diversity because of the reasons I said earlier. We need to have a diverse workforce that reflects the people we serve. He asked me if the FBI employees who are responsible for storming Mar-a-Lago should be held accountable. And I said, well, hold on. Like, I wasn't a part of that investigation. However, there has been no misconduct or impropriety or corruption that I've been made aware of. There are processes to investigate that. And if those processes have already taken place, or if there's allegations that require initiating those processes, then that's where I lie. But they conducted those warrants based off of a properly predicated, legally submitted.
So it's all the questions that we thought that they were getting asked before they were allowed in. Are you going to deny the election? Don't you think those people who did the raid on Mar-a-Lago, aren't they all bad people? Like Trump had what, 20,000 million trillion chances to fucking return those documents, even if he felt like those documents did belong to him. The government's saying give them back. And then you can argue, you can argue that later. But to get the subpoena and then be like, no, for real. Like, we actually got a subpoena. You need to turn that stuff over. And he was like, I did. And they're like, that's not all of it. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure that was all of it. And then they had to go in there and go get the shit because you wouldn't fucking give it back because you have them unsecured in your fucking ballroom part, the prime ballroom, the OG. Now he's building 2.0. Well, not anymore. But because he had that shit just sitting on the stage. And I was so happy to be, well, unhappy, but surprised to be right for once. I predicted, because the president gets a security briefing every day, right? And that's been coming down for, I don't know, decades. Whatever is it? It's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever the president gets up, and it's a binder. You know what I'm saying? It's got all this supplemental information. It's got charts and maps and all this shit. You know, because the president went to sleep and now he needs to be made abreast of what happened while he was asleep. Cool. You can see pictures of Bush. He's got the stack, and then fucking Obama's got the stack and like the manillas and all that shit. You never saw Trump with that shit. And then in Trump 1, it wasn't but what, 4 or 5 months in, they're like, yeah, he won't listen to our meetings. They're like, what? He's like, yeah, he just stops paying attention. So what we did is we just started making cheat sheets for him, and we put his name on it, and we make all the letters nice and big, and we lots of pictures. Remember, we all laughed. Those motherfuckers are still responsible for making those reports from all those departments, whether or not Trump gets to see the whole thing. So there ends up being all this extra shit. That was all the fucking documents. He feels like he's entitled to keep those documents forever. They said, no, that belongs to the president. You no longer the president. That should have never left DC. He didn't want to give it back. So now that the FBI agents have had to go in there and go get the shit, this shit is so old at this point. He wants to go after each and every FBI agent who went in there and punish them for doing their job. But we tell people, hey, you can refuse an illegal order. That is treason, he says. What are we doing?
That I've been made aware of. There are processes to investigate that. And if those processes have already taken place, or if there's allegations that require initiating those processes, then that's where I lie. But they conducted those warrants based off of a properly predicated, legally submitted and sworn out court order from a judge. So no, he reflected that he understood I couldn't tell him who I voted for. So he asked when I started supporting the president. I didn't answer that question.
Like, come on. When did you start supporting the president?
And he's like, he seemed impatient, and he said that, okay, I understand you can't talk about that. Just tell me if you voted for a Democrat in the last 5 elections. And then I concluded the conversation after that and hung up.
Insane. I got a Canadian. For the Americans out there,
This is to
buckle up.
the people of the United States of America. You realize
Australian, sorry, wrong clip.
that you are being seen by the rest of the world as no better than Russia, no better than China. You've threatened Canada. You've threatened Greenland. You have invaded Venezuela. You've starved Cuba. You've caused untold pain around the world. The Strait of Hormuz and the blocking of fuel supplies, oil supplies, has brought countries to their knees. And now your president is saying that he's going to make the Strait of Hormuz an American territory. Have you people lost touch with reality? Because whilsoever he sits in that chair, the American people are responsible.
Thanks, guys. You know, getting shitted on by the fucking Australians now. God. And it's like, dude, it's so embarrassing. And we have real shit. Like, bro, if Trump just turned 180 and said, I'm the flood president, I'm ending all floods, I'm going to dam up all these rivers and put in hydroelectric power plants all over the country, get the fuck out of my way regulations, I'm the damn man, I'm the damn president. Like, if he did that, I might have to fucking change my tune. It would be easy. It would be popular. It would be way fucking cheaper than bombing Iran. Way cheaper. He could just wipe out infrastructure. Just like he's fucking trying to bust through the Constitution. He could just start putting all kinds of valuable infrastructure and name it after himself. And guess what? Everybody has to eat that. He fixed a problem and named it after himself. Shit. Oh, well. Fine. Name it whatever you want. Fine. Whatever. He won't even do that. He keeps trying to cement his name in the or stick his name in the wet cement of the American experiment. Brother, we got to finish the sidewalk. We're not even done. Like, we're not done working, and you're already trying to claim credit. That's the problem. You get credit after the fact, after you do the work. And the work is so simple. He came out saying, I'm a billionaire, so I can't be bought off by anybody. He could still, to this, again today, he could flip 180 and say, I'm taxing all the rich people. I already got my money. Ha, ha, ha. Fuck y'all. I'm not going out a loser. I'm going out on, I'm the new Mom Donnie. He could just totally jack the whole populist movement. And no one could stop him. And Scott Jennings and all the rest of those little debate perverts can we'll just end we're dancing to this song now. But he can't figure that out. He doesn't understand what governing is. He just makes shit up. He didn't read the fucking Constitution. Are you kidding me? Shit's boring. What do you think? I want to be like a constitutional law professor? Shit's for nerds. Nerds.
An LAPD officer accused.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It's
Quiet in the chambers, please. Quiet in the chambers.
It's kind of nice not having Tim, making fun of me the whole time. I feel like I can really speak my piece without the cyberbullying from Connecticut.
Who's secretly recording other officers allegedly making racist.
There we go. This is an update from the case we had last week or the week before.
Sexist and homophobic remarks while at work, has now pleaded not guilty to felony charges. That officer was accused of breaking the law when he made those recordings and gave them to internal affairs investigators.
He's the whistleblower cop that recorded all the racist, nasty shit that his colleagues were saying.
C4 investigative reporter Eric Leonard has been following this case, and he joins us now live from the newsroom with an update for us. Eric.
Well, this officer faces an extremely serious set of charges here that could even lead to prison time if there's a conviction. His defense lawyer says this prosecution.
Thin blue line, baby. He stepped away. He started telling on people. So they're like, let's get him with the prison time. He's not their fraternal brother anymore, huh? He started telling the truth too much, huh? See how I'm telling you guys, this is how fascism works. They always betray you. It's the clowns at the beginning of Dark Knight. It's the clowns, man. And then there's always, I'm here to kill the bus driver. There's always one more clown.
Is abusive and an overreach, and he says the officer intends to fight the charges. This
Well, you
is
got it,
LAPD
right?
officer Daniel Flores in arraignment court in downtown LA, entering not guilty pleas to 16 counts of eavesdropping or recording of confidential communication.
It's a you're not allowed to listen to me be a horrible monster. How dare you use that against me in internal affairs? You don't. How dare you collect evidence for your internal affairs investigation?
His defense attorney, Alan Jackson, says Flores is being prosecuted for what the public would hope an officer with integrity would do: document and report misconduct.
The prosecution of my client, Daniel Flores, sends a really...
That's crazy. So there's no way I can report on my bad coworkers, because if I record them and then show the recording, I'm going to go to jail. No, we have a very transparent organization. That's why we love when people come forward with evidence of crimes, because then we can arrest them. This is not fair. This is cheating. This is glitched. We need to reset. This is glitched.
Really scary message, and that message is, if you expose racism and sexism and bigotry, and
you better not. You fucking better not. You'll go right to jail. If you fucking prove that there was racism, you're going to fucking jail. Let me just tell you that right now.
Misogyny and
especially that
bias within the walls of the LAPD, then you're going to be the one that's...
It's your fault for recording me. What the fuck is this?
Frog marched into court.
Hold on, time out. Am I not allowed to record an officer in the execution of their duties? And if I'm recording myself and they show up on the recording, that's not my fault. They should shut up. It's my recording of myself. I wanted to record my point of view. So that's my recording. I need to go to law school.
Flores was working at the LAPD's recruitment and employment division inside this city personnel building in downtown when he says a new supervisor and colleagues would regularly make racist and other remarks at work.
Hey, yeah. Where's my thing at? Fuck yeah. Oh, right. Tim's not here. I have to do it. It has to be done.
From Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yes.
This is America.
Gotta stop feeding the war machine.
It helps to evaluate candidates to hire as police officers. According to a lawsuit Flores filed against the city in June, he heard repeated derogatory statements towards himself and others based on race, national origin, gender, and sexual orientation.
Well, I mean, how do I know that he said those things? I mean, it's his word against yours. He said he didn't say it. You say he did say it. No, here's the fucking recording of him saying it over and over and over again to my face. Here, he said it. Oh, well, actually, now you have to go to jail because you're not allowed to prove that he said it. He's not just recording people to be recording people. He's recording people for a reason. It's documenting a crime or documenting an offense. That's bullshit. I think that's got some weak fucking legal legs. They should be able. I think he should be able to win this defense.
And provided some of the recordings to Internal Affairs. LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman says the LAPD acted on the complaint, but also found the way Flores did it broke the law.
He had a number of legitimate avenues to go through. The one thing he can't do, especially as a police officer, is violate the law to do this.
According to a case brief,
they're already breaking the law. I don't know. It's dirty. I think you should be able to record dirty cops. Sorry. I think dirty cops should be a fucking exception. You need to have, what is it, 2-party or one? I think it's 2-party in California. But maybe you need 2-party for like everybody else except for dirty cops. If you were recording a cop in the commission of a crime, it should be fucking 1-party. It should just be 1-party.
Filed by the DA's office, Flores presented the recordings anonymously and didn't cooperate with the internal investigation. It says Flores edited some of the recordings to conceal his own comments and responses and allegedly made the recordings to assist with his lawsuit.
Or he took his own voice out because he did it anonymously. Dumbass. Like, come on. It's almost like he took his own identifying markers out of the video. It's like, yes, because it was anonymous. They didn't want to get any retaliation. You know, like them filing a lawsuit against him, trying to put him in fucking prison for snitching. And he should have snitched because he's fucking, like, this is why motherfuckers don't want to call the fucking cops, because they're talking shit in the fucking locker room. They're talking shit about what they're going to do to who. Oh, I can't stand these. So he gets that shit on fucking camera. They're like, no, lock that bitch up. You can't tell people what we said. Why are you so ashamed of what you said?
LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell said last week Flores' complaint was taken seriously and 18 officers were identified on the recordings. Of those, 17
No, that's just one bad apple. 18 in one fucking department. Come on, man. And you want me to call them for an emergency? Nah, I'll figure it out.
Faced some kind of internal penalty.
Nobody got a pass, and that everybody was very closely investigated and evaluated based on the evidence that we have.
LA Mayor
all their fucking tickets need to get thrown out. All of them. Throw the tickets out. They gave any tickets to minorities, throw the motherfucking tickets away. Put the motherfuckers in the garbage.
Aaron Bass weighed in last week saying that the charges send the wrong message, that calling out egregious behavior could land you in prison, something Flores' defense attorney says is just what happened here.
He did exactly that which we would expect him to do as an officer of the law, as a peace officer. And yet he's the one in court? Makes no sense. It's abusive.
Oh, they didn't even. Oh, right. Right. They investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing, but they all did get a stern talking to. Straight to bed with no dessert. Ugh. All right. I think this is my last one. Let's see here.
Let's go to CBS News now.
Yes. So, I don't think she was. No, I can't remember the name of it. It's okay. The situation on the USS Lincoln is, I mean, not only is it indicative of a lack of attention to detail, a lack of respect for structure, and a disciplined, orderly way of doing things. Like, again, I don't know why on earth they figured Hegseth would be a good fit for this role. I don't know why they thought he would ever be capable of this. Like, this is horrendous. I'm trying to find an analogy to put this in order. Like, I don't want to do cars. Some people don't like cars. Most people don't like sports. Food. We all like food. Okay, food. I can't even think of something this bad. like though I'm trying like a cross contamination. It's just you cannot put these soldiers, these sailors, you cannot, like, it's such horrendous neglect is what it is. And the worst part is it's forced neglect, because the armed forces are the armed forces, and love them or hate them, they're here right now. And the way they run is they follow orders. And the way Congress thinks is politics. And for them to put a completely unvetted, I mean, multiple felon at this point, right? It's, and to put him in charge of who they claim to care the most about. But then again, remember, they cared about all the first responders after 9/11 too. And it took Jon Stewart like fucking 11 years to get them fucking, adequate health care, because nothing happened for those people. Those people had that dust in their lungs for, they got sick. They all got terribly, terribly sick. And there was nothing for those people. No one gave a shit about them. Everybody's all rah, rah, sis, kumbah in the moment. But then what about the cleanup? What about the rest of them? Millennials have been through all of the cleanups in recent history. So anytime someone wants to start something new, our brain immediately goes to the cleanup on that is going to be outrageous. And this is no different. The way these sailors are being treated, we are going to have horrendous outcomes for these soldiers unless we heavily invest back into the VA to take care of these people. To leave them out at sea that long because Trump told you to. No, Hexeth, that's your job to fucking grab Trump and sit his ass down and say, no, shut up, dude. I got this. Hey. No, shut the fuck up. I got this. You don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna run my boys into the ground. No. You'll wait until the Washington gets there. That's Hexeth's job. He refuses. Utterly refuses. Has no interest in going up against Trump about anything. And these kids are out here. Some of these, kids because I'm old now. But these are younger people by and large.
National security analyst Aaron McLean, who's joining us now. Aaron,
thanks for coming to my
talk
TED
about
Talk.
this memorandum of understanding. As somebody who served, what do you make of what's happening aboard the USS Lincoln? You've got what appear to be credible reporting from some of the sailors on board of that aircraft carrier saying that things have gotten difficult. We all understand what deployments mean. Even people who have not served, they understand that deployments can be difficult and they're tough. And that's what we train our men and women.
Just a quick little poll. If you have like a family member that's ever been deployed, just put a 1 in the chat.
And to be able to handle, but what do you make of what they're saying versus what the administration is saying?
Yeah, I'm quite confident that things on that ship are difficult. Look, it's hard to assess where we are in a spectrum from difficult to unacceptable at this great distance with only anecdotal information, with no sort of ability to get on the ship and see it firsthand. That said, 200 days at sea without a port call, much of that time engaged in combat operations, that's going to take a toll on any crew. We've seen deployments approaching this length before, or in the vicinity of this length before. It's still not particularly common, and it's an illustration of, despite how much we spend on our military, despite the relative size of our military compared to that of other nations, we are still resource constrained in some ways that this ship and this crew have been out there doing this for this long. It's no doubt very difficult indeed.
Okay, Aaron, also want to ask you, of course, about Iran. That 60-day memorandum of understanding now expired. Where do you see us in terms of, where we started to where we are now? And what do you think comes next year?
You know, what's striking is how little has changed over the course of that 60 days. There certainly have been no nuclear talks. There certainly is no nuclear agreement. That was what was supposed to be accomplished in that 60 days. The Strait of Hormuz issue was supposed to be settled by the MOU itself.
Nope, Trump's just talking shit, stirring it back up. As soon as they get to any sort of a peace talk, he stirs that shit right back up. It's like he doesn't want him to come home.
Of course, it failed to do that. We went back to shooting at each other in the Strait of Hormuz within days of it being signed. And that's where we are right now. There is a daily, really, it's more accurate to say nightly battle for control of the Strait of Hormuz with Central Command guiding ships through. It's unclear how many. It's unclear how much oil is actually getting out. Secretary of Energy said last week that it was as much as 9 million barrels a day. That met with widespread skepticism, but that's going on day after day as we're enforcing our own blockade. And it's really a question of who can impose more economic pain on the other side and on what timeline. And by the way, I would have said something quite similar 60 days ago.
The president,
like, you can't like outlast the people who are at home. You know what I mean? They don't have infinite food on the ship.
is also said via True Social that he is scaling back military exercises with South Korea. He claims that North Korea has been unthreatening, these are quotes, unthreatening and respectful for as long as he's been president. He also points.
Like, whose team is he on? Like, whose team is he on? Not our team.
It's out that he has a great relationship with Kim Jong-un, but South Korea is a major ally. North Korea has threatened South Korea with its nuclear weapons, which, by the way, they've continued to build and expand on. He keeps talking about how Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. Meanwhile, North Korea does have.
Fucking Iran comes up, hey, you want to re-sign that MOU? And Trump spits in their fucking face. Meanwhile, Kim Jong-un is just like doing more Kim Jong-un shit. Like, I don't understand what's going on right now. Like, does he think this projects power? Like, what are you doing, dude?
Have some type of nuclear capability. They've threatened to use that against their neighbors in the south. They've also provided arms and material to the Russians and to the Iranians. So what does this mean? And is this all about the fact that...
Right, like the North Koreans are on the side of Iran. Like, what is he talking about? Like, he thinks like Chuck Schumer is funded by fucking Iran. You know what I mean? Like, he thinks Democrats in America are funded by Iran. But for some reason, Kim Jong-un is not aligned with, you know, they're not aligned with them at all. Ugh. It's the love letters. Them letters he wrote me that summer. I'll never forget. Like, it's weird. That's like, I don't know. Like, that's so, like, they're aligned, dude. He doesn't understand much these days, I don't think, anymore. Pretty sure he's just being led by 40 different people. And that's why, that's got to be the reason why it's so chaotic. Like, it's just, like, this is just baffling. Like, none of this is strategic. It's just impulse after impulse after impulse. And then whatever person is in the room during the impulse is what happens. Like, he's like, oh, and Intel, we want 10% of Intel. I'm like, that's seizing the means of protection. Like, what is happening?
South Korea says, you know what? This war of choice that you've undertaken with Iran is not.
And South Korea mad at us because they fucking, ICE went in there and fucking handcuffed everybody. Remember down in that fucking, what was it, South Carolina? At that battery plant that they were setting up? Man, South Korea finna be like Canada with us. We about to be ops. God damn, dude. I wanted to go to South Korea. I'll tell him I'm British.
Our fight, sorry, we can't help you there.
Yeah, this is a really complicated one. So South Korea is an extremely important ally to the United States.
And then I was just like, I don't have the accent. I spent the last few years in America, so I lost my accent. Actually, it's so crazy, right? I almost sound American in it.
North Korea is an important partner of Russia in its war on Ukraine, amongst.
Look, I got to get creative because we're gonna have to blend in. As my camera won't fucking focus. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. You only had one job today. You only had one job today. You were doing okay. You were doing okay. You are. There we go. Tripping. Got it. But yeah, Americans, start getting your fucking aliases together. Fake mustaches. I know those are going to be a hot commodity. Henna. Get some henna tattoos. Maybe that'll work. Get linguist books. You know how to learn. Like voice acting books, how to pick up accents quickly, how to learn languages quickly. We're gonna have to scatter into the American diaspora. Oh shit! I just came up with a whole. I can't tell you yet.
Other adventures. And the president did cite South Korean reluctance to help in the Strait of Hormuz as at least implicitly a reason for drawing back or scaling back participation in these exercises. All that said, there's a lot going on here. You have the president's ongoing affection and desire to curry favor with Kim Jong-il, the leader of North Korea. But in South Korea itself, you actually have a government.
Oh, God damn it. I said Kim Jong-un this whole time. It's ill. Fuck. Un was the uncle, right?
That is quite dovish towards North Korea. This is a left-wing government that took over about a year ago. And there have been real tensions between the United States and this South Korean government building over the course of the last year. At one point, South Korean government authorities last summer raided a U.S. military command post as part of their investigation into the previous South Korean government. There have been disputes over disclosures of classified information. There's been a lot of stuff, a lot of ill will bubbling under the surface here.
And there was also, I think, a soldier right off of the base. He ran over a little girl, and then he just like got away or whatever. And then there was no accountability. So it's been a little dicey over there.
So we don't know exactly what led to this presidential tweet. It on the surface is about the Strait of Hormuz, but there's real tension between South Korea and the United States right now. It's unclear where that's going to develop, but it's important because we rely on them for all kinds of stuff, including shipbuilding, by the way, relevant to our discussion on the Lincoln.
Aaron, also want to ask you about the president's son-in-law, because he's in the Middle East right now, talking about the Gaza.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to watch Fox News next.
As a peace plan. So we know he met with Hamas. He's also going to meet with Israeli Prime Minister today. Is there a possible...
Tons, I knew you would be prepared. You know what I'm saying? I knew you was going to be, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Resolution on the table here?
Well, you know, hope
I won't worry about you.
About peace regarding Gaza, but there's a core problem here that the roadmap that was announced recently did not resolve, at least to either Israeli or Hamas satisfaction, and those are the two parties that really matter here. The core issue is that Hamas would like to continue to exist as a political force in Gaza, and Israel does not want that. And the odds that Hamas is going to voluntarily or peacefully disarm itself down to the level of small arms, you know, pistols, rifles, machine guns, things like that, are zero. Hamas is simply not going to do that. And if Hamas is not going to do that, the idea that Israel is going to withdraw from Gaza while Hamas remains a viable political force, even as an Israeli election approaches.
Who is typing? Like, why do they do this during the broadcast? What? You should just have notes to be reading and Post-its. And then I get the paper shuffling because you want like physical paper instead of like a screen. Whatever. Typing? What are you typing? What are you typing in the chat? I don't even type in the chat. I'll drop like 5 links. I don't talk in the chat. This lady's clacking away over here. CBS, get it together.
This fall are, if not zero, I would say approaching zero. That is a very tough diplomatic.
And paper shot. No, hell no. Rewind.
That. And if Hamas is not going to do that, the idea that Israel is going to withdraw from Gaza while Hamas remains a viable political force, even as an Israeli election approaches this fall, are, if not zero, I would say approaching zero. That is a very tough diplomatic nut to crack. Jared Kushner has cracked tough nuts before with the Abraham Accords in the first term.
Brother, don't ever say that again. Nope. Nope.
But this is a real long shot here.
All right, Aaron McLean, always great to have your perspective, my friend.
And thanks for finishing your book report. Oh, it was you. Well, it could have been either one of them. Like, why do they have this? Like, what are they doing? Is this literally their desk? They have to do all their shit here? Like, hey, can everybody shut up? I have a Zoom call with my physician. Like, what are we doing? They need a cough button. They don't have a cough foot switch. All right, here you go. Free game, CBS News. Get all of your hosts a foot cough button that they can step on, and it'll mute their microphone. And then you got to train them in how to shut the hell up so we don't hear their cough. And also get them a keyboard like this. Okay? Doesn't make any sound. Yeah. Don't let them have the one from their desk, the clacky one. And also silent mouse. Okay? Audio integrity is important. Damn it. Now for more audio integrity, let's go to Fox News.
So joining me now is former Pentagon official and Navy veteran Brent Sadler. Brent, thanks for being here. Let's pick up on that note. Iran using this period of the Memorandum of Understanding to, in fact, prepare for this next phase of the war?
Well, none of that is really surprising, certainly to those who have been following this for many years. The Iranians lost the initiative in the first 2 weeks, and they were trying to find a way ever since to regain it. And I'd say it's been fairly limited in their success, partly because their military, their Navy, their weapon systems, their Air Force have been largely annihilated, decimated. But they still have a...
God, they all have to say decimate or obliterated. Obliterated or decimated, or Trump is unhappy. They have to say the magic words.
Fairly sizable army, military force, the IRGC, and their street-controlled thugs, the Basij, and they were able to reconnect with their allies, the Houthis, in Yemen, and restart attacking on the shipping, but it's been fairly limited. I think in the pause now, it appears the president's shifting into a longer-term economic pressure in the lead, with military being more responsive. The military is going to have to stay there, mind you, but going after these proxies to degrade any potential for the Iranian regime to kind of deliver on that last point in the list, and that is accelerate the offensive actions from their proxies. They listed the Houthis, but it's not limited to them.
Okay, so that I am clear about what you expect.
They don't even have to hit people with missiles. If missiles go out into the water, the boats will lose their insurance and the boats will stop. There has to be peace and agreements and treaties, or those ships are not moving. They're not going to take, a handshake that everything's cool right now. They're not doing that shit. Notice how they're not moving.
Expect the next phase of this war to look like largely non-combatant, mostly economic, and pushing, hopefully, the mission would be to push Iran into some type of economic collapse.
Well, to be clear, I think the military presence that you see right now is going to be sustained, because whenever the Iranians start to threaten, rather than waiting until they attack and then respond with a larger series of strikes, which are predictable and giving the Iranians the initiative, it's got to be more like an electric fence. If they start to stick their head up or to get their ships loaded up with missiles, that's when they become a target. And so the military presence, largely naval, will have to stay present, have that intelligence gathering. But
we'll just keep trying it. Eventually it'll work. God, this is why these people need to be far, far away from fucking military.
The economics are going to have to take on a much more proactive and an offensive role than they've so far taken. So maybe some new unconventional economic activities need to be in there. And that's not purely, accountants following ledgers, mind you. But I think the next phase is going to be, a focus in on degrading the IRGC's ability to connect with their proxies and their proxies themselves.
And punish everyone in Asia who needs their oil. Cool.
You brought up the Navy's presence in the region. Let's talk about the Abraham Lincoln. That has become somewhat of a story in the last couple of days, certainly a talking point for those critics.
A talking point.
To President Trump. Long deployment for the Abraham Lincoln, the USS Abraham Lincoln. Allegations that the sailors endured on the carrier, issues with food, issues with accommodations. This is from the Wall Street Journal. This is Admiral.
They put their brand on it. So are you accusing them of lying, Will Kane? Is that what the New York Times is making this up? All these wives that are saying my husband is losing it.
Brad Cooper said, what I found aboard the Lincoln is that many elements of those stories are old news. Issues related to food, hot water, and other concerns raised months ago were addressed by leadership and resolved. The crew is tired, but they continue to fire on all cylinders. History will record this deployment as one of the most operationally intense and consequential of modern era.
It's owned by Fox News. Wall Street Journal, that's Rupert Murdoch.
What do you make of this story about the Abraham Lincoln?
Well, I think a lot of it is, political opportunism by some that don't really understand the demands and certainly don't understand what motivates and drives our sailors and airmen that are out on sea right now. And that is executing the mission, these combat missions. So that's what they enlisted and what they got commissioned in the Navy to do. And so they're doing that mission. And so there's high value for what they are sacrificing.
Oh, I hope they take this to the fucking polls. I hope they take this to the polls. The soldiers like it. That's what they signed up for. No. 30, 45 days tops. They need to be back at port. 208 days not because the mission demanded it, but because the mission is so fucking vague and has no real plan that these people are just left out in the lurch, just waiting to get hit by a fucking missile. Like, that's bullshit, dude. And to say, oh, yeah, they like it. They like sitting in the middle of a fucking, artillery field. Like, that's so, it's so calloused. Because, again, who's going to clean this up? When all these guys have PTSD, who's going to clean it? They don't give a shit. They're not going to worry about these people. They're not going to worry about where those people are going to work, how they're going to interact with their families, what that does to a society. They don't give a shit.
And it is a big sacrifice. And I got to say that the Navy is not in the healthiest position, really, for well over a decade of bad decisions and misplaced investments. We need more ships. That's the root cause for why these deployments, sadly, are going well beyond the 6-month norm. And it needs to be.
It's not Trump's fault. It's the fault that we don't have enough ships. If we had more ships, then they wouldn't have had to sit out there that long. Radical fucking idea. Call me crazy. Maybe you don't do that until you have more ships. Because clearly whatever the fuck you're doing is not working.
Fixed. It's not a quick fix.
All right. And this is something we've heard about for several months. In fact, for most of the second administration of President Donald Trump. Brent Sadler, thanks for being with us here today.
What fucking losers. All right, now for a winner.
And did y'all see Hegseth in front of that committee? Did y'all see?
Yo, John Ossoff is growing on me. This motherfucker is a flamethrower.
See it?
I would assume was force rich brats into military service within the enlisted ranks and make them serve on the front lines. I have even a simpler one. Don't spend as much as the next 30 countries combined, Like we have military issues that like maybe NATO has, you know what I mean? Like with just the sheer size of each individual branch. I mean, each Army base is a city, like a full ass city. It's just so much. And none of it's actually being used for purpose. And when there are like quote unquote times of peace or whatever, instead of like looking back and all right, let's who needs help, who needs this, who needs that, they're buying more bombs. They don't even, you know what I mean? That money doesn't even go back to the guy. It never trickles all the way down. And then it's just, you know, the rest of society is just supposed to pick up the remainder. And not saying like if you go out and commit a bunch of war crimes, you deserve a Corvette. The accountability and all that shit should still be intact as it can. But especially for these people sitting on bases getting blasted with rockets. Fucking 19 years old. It's like, dude, what are we doing? Why are you got them over there and you know they're going to have injuries and you got to pay them out for life? So maybe don't put people in fucking danger if you don't plan on paying them out for life. Or paying out their family for life.
Listen to this. On day 9 of the war, the incompetent Pete Hegseth guaranteed Iranian surrender. On day 14, he claimed Iran's military had been destroyed. On day 40, he said every single objective had been achieved. That was 4 months ago. They've lied nonstop about this war like they lie about everything. And they know they're lying, but they lie and they keep lying anyway because in this White House, they view persistence in deceit as a virtue. You hear me, Atlanta? And there's something uniquely despicable about lying a nation into war. Treating citizens as fools and those who serve as pawns. Aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, they've now been at sea for 240 plus days without a port call. It's a Navy record. And still they serve with excellence. And still they serve with excellence. God bless the sailors, Marines, aviators, and all aboard the United States ship Abraham Lincoln. See, they don't expect luxury. They'll endure hardship. But they deserve competent leaders who send them into combat only when necessary and with decisive clarity of purpose, not fools who lie about the purpose and progress of war. And while the sailors on the Lincoln fight his war, while he fruitlessly drains our munitions and oil reserves, the president sleeps through his meetings. He golfs and trades stocks. See, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flying palace gifted by the Emir of Qatar.
Now he brought up his side piece and your jet and that you're a coward. I don't have it there, but John Ossoff or Trump responded or whatever. And oh, you mean Pee Wee Herman? Bruh, if he's Pee Wee Herman, I'm Stefan Urkel. You feel me? Like Trump, I don't know if you've seen you lately, but I don't know if like the physical insults on people's looks is really kind of like what you should be going for. Maybe try a different lane. Maybe doing your fucking job and being nice to people for the first time in your whole goddamn life. How about clocking in, doing 9 to 5 for like a whole week? Just try it. Go to sleep. Stop fucking playing on your phone all night. Like, I'm not even going to get into all the fucking AI bullshit he's been fucking chirping. Like, yo, 25th of fucking amendment this fucking guy. Like, it's disgusting. It's embarrassing. If you live in a red district and you have a red House member, call them 202-224-3121, and that's the congressional switchboard. Tell them you said you want them out. Like, enough is enough. Like, you can blame Biden, you can blame Kamala, Obama, you can blame all of them, but they can't do anything because they're not fucking sitting House members. The only people that can do something about him right now is the majority in the House of Representatives and the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. That is who needs to stop this. Call them and tell them to stop this. You can probably curse. Don't threaten nobody. Don't threaten violence or anything like that. But tell them that you want them to invoke the 25th. If only this country had mechanisms in place to change things that we don't like. We do. It's called your rep. Call them. Tell them today. Fix that shit. The midterms are coming. Either invoke the 25th, or it's going to be a rough midterms. I would just put it flat out. Either you invoke them or you're gone. What do you want to do? Are you gonna impeach Trump, or do you want to get primaried? What do you want to do? It gets real simple. Oh no. Japan's nudity algorithm keeps pixelating Trump's neck. Oh my god. A man who works for a company asylum seekers has been remanded into custody after he leaked addresses of homes that were later targeted during disorder. Wow. Man who works for a company. Unbelievable. I'm telling vultures, dude. Little fucking vultures. And I generally like vultures. I like scavengers. Decomposers. I think they do a good job at keeping us all here. Well, I see a little stinky butt that has fallen asleep. So what I'm going to go do is go to the bathroom because I had way too much coffee. Oh, there's a Dearborn protest. Let's see what they're talking about. Hold up. Wait a minute. What's going on? I'm getting it up. Hold on one second. What's going on here? Can I see a sign? El Sayed is a Muslim socialist, but not a what? What does it say? I can't tell.
Face-to-face profanity.
Oh, El Sayed is a Muslim socialist, but not a doctor. Look at these people. What is wrong with them? Oh my God. Look at them. Do they not know that he was already like in the state bureaucracy? You know what I mean? Like they've already had him as their person representing the whole state. That's interesting. Like if we had like a mayor, like Like if my mayor of my city ran for governor and then like I never complained about her until she ran for governor. It's like, wait, how was she as mayor? It's like, well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like he's already been in your government. What's this dude doing? What does that say? It says Muhammad was a pedophile and a rapist on his shirt. What? What's going on?
Yeah, I'll do an interview later. January 6th. We'll be up front.
Back of the
there we
library.
go.
This is the site of where the city council meeting will take place at 7 and also a demonstration before that at 6 p.m. Now, police, as you can see, are surrounding this entire building. They are making sure that there is order. Earlier today, there were tense, heated moments between these demonstrators and counter demonstrators or protesters. They're asking now for the
Someone in the chat over said, "Bring the dogs." y'all gotta calm down.
demonstrators to move in the front of the building. Now, in the front of the building, there are gated areas where they are asking the demonstrators to actually be. Okay, and that is right near the media staging area
Sure
as
are.
well. Again, these people are here for
Hi, Viper.
Jake Lang. He announced last week that he would be attending the Dearborn City Council meeting. Again, that is at 7 p.m. tonight. Now, he has a message. Now, earlier
little girl
last
off my
week, I actually
screen.
spoke to the chief of police here in the city of Dearborn, and he is asking for anyone who does not have official business before city council to not attend this meeting, period. He does
Well, you know I'm watching that shit tonight at 7. All right, bet.
not want, some people are calling them agitators. They don't want any type of confrontation between protesters and counter protesters. So again, if you don't have any official business before city council, do not attend. Now, again, we've been collecting information all day. I've actually spoken to the executive director of CARE, and he says that he's based in Canton, and he's actually getting threats. And so this is day 2 of police having to actually come by his offices.
But this is the hey, these are Christians. These are Christians. Sending death threats to this man. These are Christians. They're not all crazy and violent like those horrible Muslims, right? Look at them. They get, as soon as what's his face? There we go. As soon as what's his face got shot, they started putting bomb threats into the HBCUs. We's all sitting there like, what the fuck do we do? What is happening? This motherfucker was literally in the Michigan state government for years. They didn't say a fucking peep. Now all of a sudden it's like, he's Muslim. It's like he was Muslim before.
I actually spoke to Pastor Lorenzo Sewell, who, believe it or not, he's a conservative African-American pastor. He is a supporter of President Trump, and he actually reached out to Jake Lang and said, hey, I think we need to partner. He has a message that he is going to bring forth today before city council, and he believes part of that message is economic. He believes that in an area in Detroit and the surrounding area, he is questioning why essential businesses are owned by and these are his words, why they're.
I never understood why they repeat these little white supremacists' words. You don't have to repeat them. You know, these little white narcissists who can't take it. They can't take it. Everything's scary. I need a safe space. I have to compete. It's not easy. Fucking crybabies. Jeez, god damn.
Are owned by Arabs, and so he wants to talk about that before city council, amongst some other messages. So again, we've also talked to police, and again, this area, they are working very.
Didn't his buddy just go to jail for shooting people? Oh, you better, hey, hey, you not in Connecticut, you in motherfucking Dearborn. Hey, you better chill. I think Michigan is constitutional carry. You better chill.
Very hard to keep everyone safe. And really, that is what this is all about, because there is freedom of speech and people have the right to state their message here, as long as it's within the rules of public comments. But again, it's about safety. And Dearborn Police, they are working with federal and state law enforcement agencies to keep everyone safe. Back to you.
What the? Exactly. You got the damn thing on in the truck. Boy, turn the camera off. He's locked in, you hear me? He's locked in. Good reporting. I mean, they keep trying to do this dumb shit. I mean, there's only so many times. There's only so many times. Oh, yes. Oh, I put him in unboxed. All right, I'll give you a little. No, you guys might have to wait till Thursday. We got a couple of really good videos for Thursday. Really, really good. But Florida, what's his name? Oliver. I just know Oliver for Commerce. What's this?
A high-stakes race that could end up determining who wins control of the House come the fall. Today's a major test for the progressive wing of the Democratic Party, as
another good guy from the South.
Term incumbent Congressman Jared Moskowitz fends off a challenge from Democratic Socialist Oliver Larkin.
Oliver Larkin, my man.
He's looking to continue the anti-establishment wave that scored surprise progressive wins.
Why is somebody's rice cake in his picture? Like, it's clearly not his hand because his hand would be backwards. But it's like someone was talking with their hand and it got photo bombed into his fucking thing.
Both New York and Colorado. And actually, Oliver Larkin joins me now. Sir, good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Alex. Thanks for having me.
I like how the progressives have been dealing with the worst interviews possible, but with style.
You bet. So Sabato's crystal ball from the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia lists your district as one of just 5 toss-up seats currently held by the Democrats. Can you share your message to voters who are worried that maybe you're too far to the left to actually win this November?
I think our campaign represents the galvanizing force of getting money out of politics, of standing up against corruption and congressional stock trading in both parties, and really addressing the cost of living concerns that Americans want to see solutions for, with Medicare for all, with raising the minimum wage to a living wage, with universal child care and paid family and medical leave. These are positions that are not only popular with the Democratic primary electorate, but with non-party affiliated voters, and even many Republicans that also want to see us end these endless wars like the 6-month war with Iran that has been entered into illegally without the consent of Congress. I want to work constructively with everyone in our district to make sure that we're lowering the cost of living after the Miami metro area.
He must be a bin cider. He must be a bin cider.
Just surpassed New York City.
Well, the trend for that district isn't necessarily on your side. According to DDHQ, President Biden won it by about 5 points in 2020. President Trump won it by about 9 points in 2024. Aren't you worried that maybe the voters in that district are more moderate than you are?
He's in a brand new gerrymandered district anyway.
What I've seen is that voters really want to focus on the cost of living concerns and on affordability. What we're seeing is sky-high rent prices, groceries going becoming 2/3 of Americans finding them unaffordable. The fact that gasoline and transportation is so hard to access for most people with these rising costs. So I think that what we're talking about, and when we look at non-party affiliated voters, the rejection of the political status quo in both parties, including young voters that overwhelmingly are registering as non-party affiliated rather than with either political party.
Yeah, because they both suck.
I think our message is the one that can really galvanize people and put together a new political coalition that people are looking for 10 years into this Trump era.
Yeah, and the new party is called Just Fucking Do Your Job. Just do your job and don't be a fucking creep. And don't take money from strangers. Okay?
Is it possible that the redistricting that recently happened in Florida might play to your advantage?
I think what we've seen with our district now extending down into Miami-Dade County is the activation of a whole swath of volunteers. We've had over 500 people volunteering with the campaign, making over 500,000 voter contact attempts.
Yeah, they rushed all of these fucking congressional maps, and they didn't really account for Trump tanking with Hispanics. This is great. Like, there's so many Cubans in Florida, and then now Trump is starving the island. Yeah, they're not happy.
And the fact that Congress,
they might want you to punish the government, but to hurt the people, they don't like that.
Congressman Moskowitz has not held a single public town hall since he's been elected to office. And now with 50% of the district being entirely new constituents, I think they've been hungry and looking for that kind of public engagement from public officials seeking to represent them in office. So our campaign of having town halls, debating in public forums, not debating Congressman Moskowitz, of course, he's refused to do that. But I think the public engagement is really something that voters have been hungry for. And we've been very proud to be bringing our campaign's message to a broad swath of the Democratic primary electorate and look forward to doing the same in the general election.
Yeah, we're very interested in the 25th Congressional District of Florida, but we're also interested in sort of the trends that are happening all across America. And obviously, the DSA movement has surged from coast to coast. What's your overall read on the way voters are feeling and what they're getting from these candidates that are pledging these ideals?
I think this is really returning to the base of the Democrat.
Let me see that chart again. What they got? Yeah, Alaska has Peralta. She's pretty good. We're gonna watch her on Thursday. Hong lost in Wisconsin. Michigan's got El Sayed. Ohio, I forget who's going in Ohio. Tennessee's got a couple progressive like Christy Burke. Hey. Oh, I just saw it.
I did this. Why can't you?
Thank you, Wee Shazza D. Appreciate you. My eyes are bad. I think North Carolina, yeah, it might flip. So, I mean, people are kind of, oh, look at so what's the? I'm trying to figure out what's the completely white states. Special election? Is that all the? Because it says blue Democrats, toss up 4, Republicans 49, and then there's asterisk, and then special election. All of these states in white have special election? All of these? That doesn't sound right. Indiana doesn't have special elections right now. I don't think so. And I thought that was the color of the state. Safe Republican, likely Republican, lean Republican. Toss up, lean Democrat, likely safe Democrat. Okay. So what's Missouri, Wisconsin, North Dakota like? What are they supposed to be? Or Senate ratings. Maybe those ones aren't up for seats yet. I bet that's what it is. Yeah, their senators must not be up for election. Yeah, because look, New York's up there because Schumer's not up right now. Okay, so there's no, yeah, and we just replaced our senator. Okay, that makes sense. There's no Senate elections in the white states. Got it.
These ideals.
I think this is really returning to the base of the Democratic Party's history, from the New Deal progressivism of Franklin Delano Roosevelt to the Great Society programs of Lyndon B. Johnson. We want to see a Democratic Party that embraces universal economic policies, not this means testing, this neoliberalism that we've seen over the past few decades as we've seen a declining standard of living and widening gaps of income and wealth inequality. We want a Democratic Party that knows whose side it's fighting on the side of the working class. And that's what our campaign represents, because I'm not taking any corporate PAC money or anything from APAC or AI, which is spending over $300,000 from a super PAC by OpenAI and Palantir to support Congressman Moskowitz in this race. I think we're really returning to the roots of the Democratic Party that they've strayed so far from. And as we've seen, as a result, Republicans have taken control in states like Florida. So we want to take our state back and take our country back.
And
it's almost like they don't like that these progressives are fulfilling all of the promises that they made in the 90s. Hey, you're supposed to only pretend to do those things. You don't, or you're just supposed to say you're going to do those things. You're not supposed to actually try to get those things done. What about all the big pharma money? How will we raise money for elections? We'll be outspent by the Republicans. Don't you understand? You're throwing away all these elections by not taking the PAC money. Don't you want to win? Sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty electable to me. Sounds like a serious person who's ready to do the job to me. You know?
Have you learned anything from recent hiccups and failures that the DSA has experienced, namely most recently Wisconsin, that you could take with you moving forward?
I wish they would have leaned into the progressive label, just relabeled it progressivism or whatever, but that's just me. People don't ask me before they do stuff.
I think it is that clear focus on affordability and on the cost of living. I think that voters are really looking for not esoteric conversations or theoretical conversations. They're looking for practical solutions, pragmatic solutions to their everyday problems. And I think that's what we've seen with the elections of Democratic socialists like Chris Rabb in Philadelphia, Donovan McKinney.
Chris Rabb is awesome.
In Detroit with Daria Lisa Villa Chevalier and Claire Valdez.
Also good. Milak Kiros is good.
As in New York City, Milak Kiros in Colorado. There are these broad unifying themes that we're running on, like Medicare for all, like raising the minimum wage, that I think address the root concerns as people's healthcare costs are going through the roof with the expiration of the premium tax credits as a result of what Republicans' One Big Beautiful Bill last year. I think these are the pragmatic solutions that voters are looking for.
All right.
Yeah, because we have to undo all this dumb shit and turn on the, we're going to have to get all of our credit cards and utilities turned back on after the fucking repo man gets done with all of our shit. God. All right, my darlings. I think that's enough for me. Boy, oh boy. But I have hope. So if you are in Alaska, Florida. Oh, shit. I can never remember. I mean, everybody should just do their primary on the same day. That way I wouldn't forget. All right, let me zoom in here. We got Alaska, August 18th. What else is this? Florida, August 18th. And one of the Dakotas, I thought. No. Wyoming. That's what it was, Wyoming. So if you're over there, it's voting day for you. You may have to be registered for your primary. Some people have jungle primaries or open primaries. Depends on your state. But I think it's vote.us and figure out all your shit. Go get it taken care of and do your civic duty so we can unfuck this place. And we can finally, I don't know, all go to the drive-in or something. I don't know. But in the meantime, I want all of you to take care of yourselves. If you're over in the UK, stay cool over there, guys. I know. Yes, dinner table to Mari. We'll be doing that. Tim must be adequately punished. So we'll do that tomorrow. I got some good stuff. It's not gross stuff. I've decided I don't think I can do the gross food videos. It just turned the whole day I won't be able to eat. Bye, guys. So remember, drink some water, stay hydrated, get to high ground, and don't forget to drink your